If you got a little rhythm, move left to right. A new experience, baby, gon' hit your stride. Who walking? I'm walking. Who walking? I'm walking. Who walking? I'm walking. Is you walking? And when the grooves get good, go right to left. Shut up, y'all. We got grab the tread. Now who walking? I'm walking. Is you walking? I'm walking. Then stretch and walk it out like you know your plans you have for me. There's no evil. It's all good things. Lord, I love you, so I will trust you. Here I let my fear die. That's why I'm walking. When my eyes can get it right, they gon' be my guide, and I'll follow through the trouble. When I don't understand, I will surrender to your plan for me. Don't clap your hands, everybody. I say feet don't fail me now. Don't chase it, ready? Somehow I walk.
You know your plans you have for me. There's no evil. It's all good things. Lord, I love you. I will trust you. So here I let my fear die. That's why I'm walking. With my eyes can get it right. They gon' be my guide. And I'll even through the trouble. I don't understand. I'll relinquish all my plans.
Good Lord, open up doors. Took me down a path I ain't never been before. Looking at the road, I don't see a lot of space. Guess I gotta drop my load, cause you're picking up the pace. Don't leave me to die, be by my side. I get a little anxious, please be my guide. I got my feet shot, I've been prepping for the moment I would get the green light. So if you see me, I'm rolling like feet. Don't fail me now.
Trying to tell you like I am. By faith. Oh Lord, I'm walking. Anybody else going? Yeah, say I am. I'm walking. When my eyes can't get it right, will be my guide. I'll follow. When I don't understand, I'll surrender to your plan for me. Feet don't fail me now. I'm walking. Trying to tell you like I'm walking. Ooh, I'm walking. Anybody else going? Yeah, say I am. Can I get a witness?
I'm walking wherever you may lead. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Ooh, yeah.
By faith. Sing. Get grandmama now. Go ahead, get Papa.
Everything is bad. It's just as terrible as you imagined, and probably worse. With more, we go to Tom Lee Cruz. Tom Lee.
We're all in danger, Dan Lee.
Jesus Christ, what can we do?
Absolutely nothing.
It was good knowing you, Tom Lee.
I can't say the same.
That was unnecessary. We're just now getting in reports that all the children have exploded. They will be missed. Let's check in with Olivia Lee Rodrigo. Olivia Lee, where are you?
That's none of your business. Do you hear that? Cut the music. Do you hear that?
What do you hear?
That's the sound of us slowly dying. Can you hear it?
I can hear it. It's louder in my left ear.
Olivia Lee Rodrigo reporting
I
from
actually
where
have some
I
more
am.
questions for you. Okay, we're going to go to Kevin Lee Costner, who has more with politics.
No, I don't.
Let's send it over to our senior correspondent, Nick Lee Minaj.
Look at this chart. Let's bring it up.
What am I looking at here?
I don't know, but it doesn't look good.
That looks bad.
Yeah, it's probably bad.
Let's go to our eye in the sky, Timothy Chalamet. Timothy.
Man, I am so high up right now.
You are in a helicopter.
I didn't know that when I got in. I thought it was a weird car.
What do you see up there?
Everything. It's too much. We were never supposed to see this. I need to go back down.
You stay right there. We're going to go to commercial.
Have you recently lost a child because they exploded? Because that's crazy. How are we all not talking about this? I feel like that really got glossed over real quick. That's a huge thing. Call Tedley. 555 call Tedley. I want to talk about this. Call Tedley now.
And we're back. Let's check in with Morgan Lee Freeman with sports. Morgan Lee.
I just want to take this sports time to say that whatever you hear about me in the next 24 hours is completely false. People are going to say things and have documents and recordings to back up what they say, and it's just not real. You should believe me and not their solid evidence. Knicks take it by 2.
This is when champions are born. We're going now to Frankly Sinatra with the weather, Frankly.
It's everywhere.
We won't be hearing from him anymore. Coming up, a cat learns how to water ski and then drowns.
If you're as gifted as you say you are, sometimes the gifted gets gifts that don't make sense. God gave me a gift called denial. When I tried to get that building, I've been sitting there for years, and I went and walked around that building, prayed on the doorsteps of the building, preached in it with a hole in the ceiling. When I tried to buy the strip mall next to Forestdale, we stood in church. I got the keys, failed every inspection possible, lost every dime I had on my earnest money. He gifted me with failure. Only problem is, I didn't know it was a gift till it came time to negotiate this. Now I'm sitting in the room with this like, no, we need inspections. I want to make sure we do so-and-so. Let's put this right here in escrow. Let's make sure we do an amortization sheet for XYZ. And they looking at us like, what school you went to? Failure. I went to the school of hard knocks, majored in hell, trials, and tribulation, but graduated summa cum laude because I knew God, what he had for me, the devil couldn't take from me. I got spiritual intelligence to discern an obstacle from opposition. Obstacles develop you, opposition distracts you. I know what your next level look like. I'm gonna put something in your present that's gonna develop you for your future. But if you ain't got spiritual intelligence, you're gonna think it's a problem, not a present.
Don't make me cry and wonder why I feel the way I feel. I was for sure the love's real. I was for sure the love's over.
You make me wonder why I even lost you. You had me shedding tears like a faucet. I'm scared to fall in love cause it costs you. You can feel the pain going through my pulse. You got me out here changing and out. You taking up a space in my heart. Sometimes thinking about the past give me nausea. Sometimes thinking about the past also. Lately I'm approaching the future with some caution. Really had me believing I was yours. Breaking my heart in pieces, broke yours. Are you sure that's what you wanna do? You can only pick one side. I guess you done chose. Made you number one, you didn't cross me too. One time is enough for me to cut you loose. Try to take your word, I ain't need no proof. But now that bridge is burned, I'd rather live and learn than live without the truth. Really had me believing I was yours. Breaking my heart in pieces, broke yours. Really had me believing I was yours. Breaking my heart in pieces, broke yours. Are you sure that's what you wanna do? You can only pick one side. I guess you done chose.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope everybody's doing all right this morning. Good to see everybody. Hope everybody's doing all right. Let me adjust myself. There we go. All in the camera. My goodness, my light feels bright. All right, there we go. Now I feel a little bit better. Now, there we go. Hey, y'all. Hope everybody's doing all right this morning. Hope you guys are doing fine. Welcome to Zeke Live in the Morning. Like I say every day, this is a great way to start your day. So thank y'all so much. Today is Way Up Wednesday. It's Wednesday, June the 11th. We are already just about halfway through the month of June in the year 2025. And so here we are on Way Up Wednesday, June 11th. And I thank y'all so much for locking in with us. I say it every day. You know, it's a great way to start your day. And I'll say it every day until it's no longer true. And when it's no longer true, I won't be getting up no more doing it. So as long as y'all see me doing it, just know it's a great way to start your day. At least it's my personal opinion, which is why I'm locked in myself. And I thank y'all for being locked in as well. Hey, y'all, we got a good one for you today, man. Another good one, like always. Another great one. Another one that, I don't know, maybe it'll go down in the history books. I don't know. Maybe these shows will go down in the history books. One day, you know how old folks used to say, one day you're going to miss me when I'm gone. So let me not tread on that too much. But, you know, one day people gonna look back at this. I was thinking about this. I guess it was this morning, not really last night. But I was thinking about this. I was just like, man, like I was looking through the thing and I said, something happens to me, or when I go. Let's put it that way. When I go, hopefully that's way, way, way down the line. Way, way, way down the line. But you know, when I do, this stuff that's here on YouTube is, you know, look at my wife. She just walked in here talking about something. What you mean when you go? Like, I'm not saying I'm going to be gone now, but no man knows the day or the hour. I'm just simply saying, like, the stuff that's here on YouTube, you know, all this stuff that's here, all these episodes, all of this stuff is going to live on forever, you know? So, you know, I say that, you know, I'm saying that partly in jest, but partly really actually true. Like, you know, that's why I think it's very important, the stuff that we talk about, the stuff that we do on here, because that legacy is going to live on. And hopefully the stuff that we develop here together, Lock Stars, we do it together. And so hopefully the stuff we develop together lives a legacy that's far beyond our reach and far beyond our lifetime, and that it plants seeds for other people and stuff like that. And they'll type in the name Zeke Lock one day, and this is what they'll find. Even while I'm still living, let's put it that way. Even while I'm still living, people will do that. But, you know, I mean, it's the honest to God truth. You know, I think it's just really important what we put out there. I really do. I think it's important what we talk about, what we say, what we do, how we, what legacy are we leaving? What legacy are we actually leaving? Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm gonna say this last thing, then I'm not gonna be on this no more. Like, but that track just feel loud. Let me turn that down. So there we go. All right, yeah. Like, I remember at my grandmother's home going, and one of the preachers, the most comforting thing I heard that day, because the funeral, first off, each one of my grandparents had two funerals. My mother's parents, they had two funerals, one on Friday night, one on Saturday, because they lived in Kankakee, pastored in Chicago. And so we had two funerals, one in Chicago, one in Kankakee. So that Friday night one, my grandmother, you know, it was getting long. I mean, we had to be up early the next day for the second funeral, the second fume. We had to be up early the next day. And when I say that thing was getting long, because the line that was going around for people who wanted to leave comments. So the most comforting thing that I remember from that was when one of the preachers, shout out to Mickey Griffin, shout out to Michael Griffin. He got up and he said, listen, I know some of y'all getting restless and some of y'all wondering why it's going so long. But he said, if you don't want your funeral to be long, just make sure you never be nice to people. Make sure you never do anything that is of a positive impact. Make sure you don't do anything consequential, because then people won't have anything to say about you. And so, you know, that was so comforting to hear that. I mean, it was late now. I ain't gonna sit up and act like that wasn't a 4-hour funeral, but that was so comforting to hear that. And I've always, since 2008, since June 2008, matter of fact, we pulling up on exactly, it was June 13th when she passed, 2008. And so, you know, we're pulling up on that time frame. And so that's just been in my mind. It's just been in my mind. Like, what is the legacy that we leave, man? What are we talking about? What are we saying? What's the impact we're having on people? Like that's why I love everybody that's in here in the Lock Stars, because y'all have impact on people. Y'all teachers and preachers, and we got people that chime in who are lawyers. Y'all have heard folks who are book authors and publishers and artists and musicians. Like, these are people who are leaving impact, they're leaving legacy. You guys, y'all leaving. So my encouragement today is continue doing that, because years later, people are going to remember something that you said. People going to remember something you did. So make sure it's a positive thing. And so that's why we do this every morning. We want to spread light and positivity, because it's too much out there that ain't positive. It's too much out there that ain't light. It's too much darkness, and we could talk about it all day, or we can be the light. And my theory is this. I don't even think this is theory. This is just fact. Darkness and light. I'm gonna leave you with this one. Darkness and light are not opposites. Like, that would mean they have equal power. Darkness and light aren't opposites. Darkness is just the absence of light. And so we can talk about how much darkness is out there. We can talk about all that all day long. But if you're the light, then your only job then is to go into the darkness. And trust me, the darkness will dissipate. It has no other choice, because darkness is not the opposite of light. It's the absence of it. And so if we want to see the darkness dissipate, be the light. Just be the light. Just don't be scared to go. Don't be fearful. Be the light. And so leave an impact, leave a legacy, leave something. And that's I know that started off a little morbid, but that wasn't meant to be morbid. It was meant to be, that is the path that we all must take. We all must take that path back to our forefathers, back to Abraham's bosom, right? We all must take that path at some point in time. We don't know when it's going to happen, but one thing we can control, one thing we absolutely can control, is the legacy that gets left behind when it does happen. And so, I'm committed to making sure that the legacy that I leave behind, maybe it's just me getting older. I know I'm not invincible. I'm not, but maybe just me getting older is just realizing and recognizing that, like, we can leave a positive impact and a positive legacy. So, before I bring my man's E up to the stage, I'm just going to encourage y'all. Do something if you don't feel like you leaving any kind of lasting impact behind, just do something random for somebody. Just do something random. It's real cool when you leave. Like, how many people have left an impact on you and you don't even know them people? Like, we call them angels sometimes, right? Like, we just believe they're angels sometimes. We just, like, somebody did something for us. Like, I was a little short on cash when I was in that grocery line, and I was going to be embarrassed, but the dude behind me was like, "Hey man, I got you, bro." Like, think of the impact that left me out of there with a smile on my face. And now I had a good day because I realized there was good in the world. And now I have enough impact, because somebody did something for me. It's contagious. Be the light. Just be the light. If you can't think of how you're going to leave a lasting impact, then just leave a lasting impact on one person. Just help an old lady across the street. I don't know. Like, you give somebody a couple dollars. Just, instead of rolling up your window when the homeless person comes up to your car trying to panhandle, and you ain't got it. Okay, even if you ain't got it, you ain't got to let your window down. You can let your window down a little bit, look them in their eye and say, "Hey man, how you doing?" Hey, you see what I'm saying? Like, that kind of stuff goes so far and leaves so many impacts, and we don't really know what kind of seeds we're planting when we're doing that kind of stuff. But the legacy that we end up ultimately leaving, especially when we do it collectively, I think that's what God really loves and admires. I think that's what we really give God his greatest and best glory. So do that, man. Do that. Because I'm telling you, like, this, everybody want to complain about how bad the world is around us. Everybody want to complain about how stuff is going to hell in a handbasket. Everybody, but like, very few people look at it with another eye and say, "Hey, out of all the darkness that's there, I'm the light of the world. I'm gonna go." We let call Jesus the light of the world, and we believe he is. But greater works what you do. He turns around and calls you the light of the world, the salt of the earth. Go do that, man. Go be the light of the world. Be the salt of the earth. I'm gonna jump off my soapbox. I'm just feeling I'm feeling in kind of a good mood. I'm feeling in a mood where I just want to, and I hope everybody else like carries on that same energy. That's just what we on, man. That's what we doing. That's what we on, and that's what this show stands for. So again, thank y'all so much for being locked in. I just went on the soapbox, 10 minutes, 15, whatever that was, on that. But, I think it needed to be said. I think that needs to be said, and that needs to be at the forefront of our minds. A lot of people who, especially us church people, y'all know how we do. We can pray and pray and pray, and we do all that all day long, and then we'll walk right past somebody without even saying as much as a hello. We'll pray and pray and pray for somebody, but won't even say hello to them when they walk in our presence. That don't make sense to me. Like, you can pray to God for somebody, but you can't look at the person directly. Don't the Bible say something about that? How can you say you love God who you never seen, but you hate your brother who you see every day? Just don't make sense. So let's spread love. Let's spread light. Let's spread positivity, because, just like I said, man, when I go, I want my funeral to be long. Listen, if y'all ain't in there for at least 3.5 hours, because it's a line wrapped around the sanctuary talking about what Zeke did, what Zeke said, something that lasted, then y'all did it wrong. Because don't cry and mourn me. You better celebrate me. Talk about the impact I did, so that it lives on, so that it lives on through everybody else. But that's what we're doing right now while we in the land of the living. Praise the Lord. We in the land of the living. And in the land of the living, this is where we get the chance to do that. This is where we get the chance to do that. So I want to encourage y'all on your job today. Be the light. On your, some of y'all got Bible study tonight. Be the light. Be the light. Yeah, even in church, be the light. Like I said, we know how to be mean at church. Be the light. Some of y'all got, some I don't know, some of y'all just gonna take a drive today. If you in the city like I am in the city of Chicago, if you there, you gonna go past some panhandle. It's just inevitable in a place like this. Just let your window down a little bit, even if you ain't got no money to give to them, and just ask them how they doing. Ask them if they all right. And just see, I mean, and I know that seems a little, I seen that seem a little crazy. Well, they can't be doing that all right. Listen, you'd be surprised. I shout out to this. I'm gonna put this one out there, and then I actually am gonna bring Eric to the stage. I used to sit with this lady who was right around the corner from the church. I used to go out and sit with her, and I have not seen her since last summer. Her name was Diane. So anybody who lives around the Morgan Park, Beverly area, and you come through on 111th past the Family Dollar, and you remember that, I don't know if she was white or Mexican or whatever, and you remember she used to be out there every day, all day panhandling. Her name is Diane. If you got any information on her, because I ain't seen her, I don't know her last name, I don't know how to find her, and I'm really concerned. But if you got any information, if you've seen her, I will throw that out there. Just let me know she's doing all right. But I used to go sit with her like every other day. I swear not. I swear not. That's weird. I swear to y'all. I swear not. No, real talk. I used to go out there, sit with her like every other day. Like we used to just, and every day when I would see her, I would let the window down. Hey, Diane. She would be like, hey, Zeke, what's up? And sometimes we'd be holding up traffic, just standing there talking. I did know she was staying with some people, but she would still be out there panhandling, doing all that. But, like the way that she said this to me, she said like it felt like somebody would actually sit and talk with her like that she never gets that. She gets more people who let the window up and they try to, y'all know how we do, because I do it sometimes too, so I ain't even gonna say and lie to you. Like, they panhandle, come up to the window, you let the window up, you start acting like you on your phone. They might stand by your window, you going, I ain't got nothing. But literally just to say hi, oh my God, that made Diane's day. Like every day, like we all would take a lunch out there sometimes. We would just sit there by the fire hydrant under that tree right there in front of Family Dollar, just eat lunch. Like, I mean, just sitting on the corner outside eating lunch. She'd go do her panhandling thing. I'm sitting there with a sandwich or something, like there's, but that kind of stuff makes people's day, man. I'm telling you. So be good, be kind. All right, y'all, let's get into it. This morning. Let's get into this right here. And maybe hopefully I don't fall into this, but today's episode, loud, wrong, and messy. You doing too much. Yeah. How many of us know people who just be doing too much? They just be talking too much. Listen, I was going to talk about something else today, but then last night my wife told me something and I was like, I ought to I ain't gonna tell y'all what I said, but somebody who is just loud, wrong, and messy. Like, and I thought about how many people are really that way. So I love for y'all to chime in. Let us know. Do y'all know anybody who just be loud, wrong? You know, them gossipers. We talking about the people who be gossiping. We talking about the people who always got something to say. You know, so it's a real thing, and I hope it's none of y'all. I hope it's none of y'all. But y'all know people who talk too much about things. About stuff they don't understand. You know, they make up stories just trying to keep some mess going, gossiping and spreading division, or you know, they trying to take charge. You know, they're trying to take charge over situations. They don't even know the full story. They don't even understand what's going on over here. But now they trying to be in charge all of a sudden. Y'all know, we all know people like that. So let's talk about it today. Let's shame those people today. Let's shame them out of their evil ways, because I'm just tired of that, man. I'm tired of people who run their mouth and don't know what they're talking about, and then get you caught up in a whole bunch of mess. Excuse me, get you caught up in a whole bunch of mess, all because they running their mouth, or because they bringing you, you know, some kind of jacked up story or something like that, and now you making decisions based on that. So we're gonna talk about it today. We talk about, you know, I just talked about spread. I just spent 15 minutes talking about spreading love and light, you know. So now we got to play the counter end of that. Who are these people who are spreading nonsense? Like, who are these people? Let's talk about them. We're going to shame them out of ourselves today. Hopefully we'll get some funny stories out of it. And maybe y'all will chime in the comments. Maybe y'all will lock in and, you know, and do all that. So this is Zeke Live in the Morning. Like I said, a great way to start your day. And okay, this is like every preacher, you get 3 closings. This is my 3rd closing. Before I bring Eric to the stage, I do need to bring this up. If I can find it. Oh, it's in here. Okay, here it is. Put that on the screen. There we go, right there. This Saturday, I do want to point this out. Church announcements right here. I got to start giving Brony Cat the announcements. I don't know if she's here yet. Jesus, I'm going to take a drink. All right, Eric, don't laugh at me because that was hot. I almost spit it out. I got to start giving Brony Cat the announcements, letting her come on and read it, since I done deemed her the church announcement lady. But this Saturday, again, if you're not doing anything this Saturday, all men, calling all men, all young men, all boys. Sorry, ladies, this one ain't for you. This one just ain't for y'all. This time, female population. This is for the male population. Something that we can do together through the Community Healing Resource Center at APC Morgan Park. This Saturday at 10:30, the doors open at 10 o'clock. It is absolutely free. This is a free Father's Day brunch. And I tell you, we got a good lineup of some folks that's going to be there. We got somebody that's coming in, Dr. David Rivers. He said he's confirmed, said he's coming. He's going to talk about men's mental health. We got Big C, a.k.a. Curtis. We got him coming through from the Cabrini Green Legal Aid, a partner that we work alongside, of course, Live Free. But Cabrini Green Legal Aid, they're talking about how you can get your records expunged and sealed. So maybe you don't have that issue, but as a Black person, trust me, you know about 3 or 4 people who need that done. Just trust me when I say it. Just, you may not know that they need that, but trust me, you know them, and I'm telling you, they need it done. So, and maybe it is you, but we have that conversation going on. Maybe that's your uncle, your father, your nephew, your son, that knucklehead that lives around the corner from you. That, you know, they need to know that information. So we'll have that there. We'll have somebody, the head of the men's ministry at Morgan Park. He's going to talk about men's, you know, our spiritual health. So we got something for your mental health, your legal health, your spiritual health, and then we got something for your physical health. I don't know if it's healthy, but they told me chicken and waffles was on the menu. So there you have it. Chicken and waffles and all that. We got some real food. Like Eric said, we be wanting that real food when the men come together. We don't be wanting that that fruit salad and rabbit food. We be wanting that real stuff. So that's what we got coming up this Saturday. Again, that's from 10:30 to 12 o'clock. It's not a long time. So, you know, if you get there at 12 o'clock, then, you know, just just dap it up and we going on home because we done at 12 o'clock. But yeah, I know, it's just a brunch, just men to get together, talk about some real conversations, meet some other brothers from the neighborhood and the block. We're going to be doing that. So come on out that day. Please, pretty please, please come on out. We want to see you there, but you must register. Y'all see that QR code that's there? You got to register for it. You got to register because we need a head count of who all is going to be there. And also we have a cap at how many people can be there for the sake of space and food counts and all that. We've already paid for the food. It is absolutely free to you. Now I'm saying it like this. It ain't free. It's just free to you. Like, so you come in and you literally sit down, you get some free food. It's going to be a good food. It's a good caterer. We have some, a couple presentations. They're not long. Ain't nobody preaching at you. And you just get to chop it up with the bros. That's all that is. So I love to see you there. Come on, be my special guest. We trying to heal the community, and that's what we want to see. All right, y'all. Let's do the thing. Let's bring to the stage somebody. We had to miss him yesterday, and y'all know we was shouting yesterday because I need a shout track I gotta load up. But we had to shout and praise the Lord for him yesterday because he had, all stuff came back well, as I was told. So y'all give it up for the one and only Pastor Bishop. I'm sorry, Apostle Prophet Eric Rideout.
I'm looking around for Rich when you said that. Apostle. Wait a minute, that's Rich Holmes' department.
God, that's all you, Doc. You're a pastor that don't even know it. That's
pretty much. I'm gonna accept it. Good morning,
you just did the pastor glasses. You just put your glasses on like a pastor. That's okay. Turn your Bibles with me to the book of.
Oh, I meant to tell you, Facebook is not connecting from my page no more. They said let the administrator know.
Yeah, I saw that. No, I tried to connect it for you, and it said no access to it. You got to do something from your side for that. So,
of course,
yeah.
But what's going on, everybody?
Welcome back.
Man, it was rough yesterday.
Rhonda held it down though. You was in good hands. Rhonda left. She did her thing. Yeah.
Rhonda, she did great. I watched it afterwards, man. It was just when you're in those situations. I was on some crazy anesthetic yesterday, and the main thing I went for is not there. So
praise the Lord.
Yeah. No cancer showed up for this, but there's the other things that are there. I don't think they're that serious that the doctor they're doing labs on and stuff like that. So I get those results in a few days. But the main thing, the cancer situation, and I have to get tested so much for cancer due to my father's side. Almost all the men on my father's side, majority of them, a lot of them have had some form of cancer, including some of the females. So it's like all the bad stuff skipped my two sisters and just came this way.
Wow.
I have to get a lot of it, but it was great.
It came back good, huh?
Definitely. And then I heard what you said earlier about just doing stuff for people, right? And I remember I was at a Family Dollar grabbing something to drink. I'll never forget, this was like, I think last year or something, the year before. And I was in Family Dollar, and I'm walking through the store, and these two little black girls, maybe like 8, 6, right? And they're in the toy section, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna like this." They picking up everything, little kids are.
Yeah.
And they went to their mom. She said, "I ain't got money for all that stuff." She said, "I'm sorry, y'all ain't got the money for it." Blah, blah. They put it down, but they was playing with everything. So she said, "Hey, y'all, come over here with me for a minute." And I was watching them play with it. So what I did was I grabbed my drink, and I went and grabbed everything that they looked at in there. They looked at dolls. They looked at teddy bears. Everything I saw. It was like 3 or 4 bags worth of stuff.
Yeah.
I went to the front. I went and got a cart, put it all in there, pushed it up to the cart, paid for my drink, and paid for all that stuff. But I said, "Ma'am, keep the drink out," but they put everything else in bags. She did it, put the receipt in the bag. I said, "Give me the receipt." I said, "Leave these bags back here." I said, "The lady with the little girls, when they come by, give this is for them." And everything them kids, they got. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I didn't say nothing to the mama. I didn't say nothing to the lady. The lady at the counter said, "You don't know them bills, do you?" I said, "No, I'll just give it to them." But
Eric Claus.
I do stuff like that.
Either Santa Ride Out or Eric Claus. One of those.
I do stuff like that. Like, like I said, the story of I went to, and this is going back to what you said. Sometimes you never know. God may put you in that place to help somebody. And I went into Walgreens and went by, and there was another time, and this was another lady with a little baby and a kid, and she was at the ATM, and I saw, I'm like, that wasn't I kept walking, got some drink, and I saw her put a white paper out. She looked at it and was like, and she shrugged and walked out. So I'm paying for my stuff. I'm going out Walgreens, and God said, loud as clear as day, take out $100 out your account and go give it to her. And I'm like, fine. I went to the ATM. I said, she gonna be gone by the time I get outside. He was like, don't worry about it. Get the money out. Go give it to her. So I'm like, how do I know where she at? I go outside. I see her putting her car in reverse to back up. She's parked right next to me. I'm like, okay. I went up to her. I went up to the side of the car. I said, excuse me. She looked. I said, I don't know you, but God loves you. He told me to give you this. And I handed it to her. And I said, enjoy your day. And I turned around, and this lady, she was a young mother. She laid over on the steering wheel, and she was crying like somebody told her mother passed. And who knew that when she said something, that was the amount she needed to take care of stuff for her children and for her. So I think when you do those things, it's funny you mentioned a homeless lady. I was leaving a hot dog stand a couple of weeks ago. I had 2 hot dogs and this great drink, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good. I jump in the car, I drive past, see a homeless lady, and God said, turn around, give her one of those things you bought, and give her your drink. I hadn't opened the drink up yet. I'm like, man, I'm hungry though, I turned around and went back, and she was standing outside digging in the garbage. And I took it out, went up to her and said, here you go. I did it to this white guy the other week. Went a whole steak dinner, gave it to him. And she starts saying, God must have sent you. Are you a pastor? Are you a minister? Something, all this kind of stuff. But she was saying, yeah, that's the thing. But she said and then it's just like the white guy. I didn't know this guy. I saw him sitting outside. He was a homeless guy. I went and did what I came, bought him something, and he got emotional. And it's like people just need that. Sometimes people just need you to do something. Everything, and I know everybody may not have money to do that type of thing, but like you said, just speaking or
sometimes just speak. It made that sense for me one time. First time I ever saw and met Father Flager actually was at Governor State back when I was getting my master's at Governor State. And so he was doing like a presentation. I was like, I knew who he was. I wanted to go in there and see it. So I was, watching him do this presentation. They had a question and answer period. And I asked the question, and I guess, he didn't really have time to really answer the question because it was such a nuanced question. Y'all know me, I'm gonna ask stuff with layers to it. And so he had them come and get me and bring me backstage when it was all said and done. He sat and talked with me for a minute. He'll probably never remember that this even happened. He'll probably never remember that this happened. But we literally sat backstage for maybe about 10, 15 minutes just talking back and forth with this question. But anyways, one of the things that he said during that presentation was he was talking about with people who are unhoused. I'm going to use that word. Unhoused people, homeless people, like we were growing up, we said homeless. But he was talking about them, and he said that the folks that he knew told him this, and this has stuck with me forever, and I found it to be true the older I got because I took it in. He said that for them, it was never really always about the money. Obviously, they panhandle, they want some money. He said for most people, he said the thing that keeps them down ain't when people reject them without money. They can understand people not having no change and not having no cash. They don't expect everybody to give them nothing. He said that the thing for them was that people just turn around and treat them like they're not human. It's the dehumanization of them because they're on the street or whatever. So, somebody walk up to your car. Y'all know how we do. We do one of these right here. We just...
Oh, they look straight at
him. And they walking past. We start getting on our cell phone, acting like we... trying to act like we talking to something. Yeah, all of that. And he said, he said that it's the dehumanization of that. They just make me feel like a human. So ever since then, every time I'm there, I will at least wave. I'll at least do this. Even if I say, hey, I ain't got nothing, but I even let the window down, be like, hey man, I ain't got nothing, but how you doing, man? You all right? I tell you one thing I love about my wife. I've seen this woman go and cook and prepare food and then like go make a plate and go back around the corner like I'm gonna feed him. Like she know one guy that won the gas station named Chris, I think. She was like, yeah, I go. I said I talked to Chris and I brought Chris a meal and Chris did it. You know, shit like the guy that's over here on Indianapolis Boulevard. She like bring him a plate. Like I've seen her do stuff like that. Yeah, like just
that's something that people don't. You know, I was with Jessica Reedy one time. We were in downtown Indianapolis and walking, and she walked past this homeless guy, and she looked at him, and I forgot what we were in downtown Indianapolis for. As far as Jessica Reedy, she went to currency exchange, bought a prepaid debit card. I won't say how much she loaned there. It was a nice amount. It was a Steak and Shake across the street. She went in there and gave them the card. She asked for the manager. And so happened the manager was a Christian woman, and it was like, oh my God, I love your music, blah, blah. She said, you keep this somewhere in the office and let your staff know. We took the manager, she said, whenever he comes in here, let him have breakfast, lunch, and dinner on this card. And when this card gets low, you call me, and I'll put money on there. Keep money on it. And it's the heart of some people have their heart. Todd Tribbett, I was with him, and there was a little girl crippled, and I got to check out with her family, and she's has a terminal issue where she was in a wheelchair.
Oh, yeah.
And this baby was dancing the whole while he was in the thing. And I told him in his ear what's going on. When he came off the stage, I never forget, he had on a suit. We was at the Gospel Fest. He got down in that dirt on his knees, hugged that baby, and cried and prayed over that little girl for about 20 minutes. You know? And he kept holding her hands and talking to her parents, like, take my number down. Can I? So you have some people, man, that understand that's Jesus' one of his main things.
Yeah.
Was doing to others, love people. And when we don't do that, you know, now, of course, you get some people, you know, I know we got to go to music break. The last thing, there was this guy, I was downtown, we were feeding the homeless, downtown Chicago, and I met this young guy, good looking dude, and the girl's like, man, he's fine, you know, so the girl's just feeding with us. He was a young guy, muscular dude, had on army fatigue, told me he had been in the army, came home from the army and couldn't find a job. And he was treated like trash when he came back from the service. He told his wife and kids, you know, he told his wife, go back and live with your family. He said, I'd rather y'all have somewhere to stay. He been living on the street. And this dude was crying because and I hugged him. We talked. He's like, I'm a military veteran, trained with this, and I can't find a job to take care of my own. I had to send my family away so they won't be living down here on Lower Wacker Drive with me. There are people out here with real issues and real concerns. And, you know, I think it's one of the main places the churches have failed at. We give you something to eat on Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Right, yeah. We passing out frozen turkeys to homeless people. Like
I don't understand, like, what they gonna do with this?
Sell it. It's about to, and they get mad when they sell it. But it's like, nigga, where you gonna cook it? Like,
now
let the man sell it.
Let him sell it. Now, there was something funny that happened to my sister's boyfriend. He was playing for Janet Jackson at the time, and he was downtown Chicago, and it was this homeless guy outside. And so they sat down to eat, and I don't know what happened. He got a phone call. He had to get back to the arena. So him and my sister back to Janet's show. He was like, man, I thought we were going to have some time to eat. We thought we was on break. When I say this food was hot, they put it in the styrofoam. And this is somewhere downtown Chicago. It was expensive. Even the styrofoam thing looked expensive. Steaming, the drink. He literally took it outside. The homeless guy was sitting there. He was like, hey, man, this is hot. And he said, be careful touching it. It was that hot. He gave it to him, steak and all this. The homeless guy looked at it and said, slapped out his hand. I don't eat steak. Now you got something.
Now that's where we got to go to, because it's part of equal opportunity is you can get these hands equally too. Like,
and we got. I know, hey everybody, we got to go to music break.
Yeah.
But I did something Zeke said yesterday. The topic yesterday was pet peeves. Mine is this: say you and I are sitting together, right?
Yeah.
And man, this crazy article about the president online, and I'm like, oh, where? And you said right here on such and I pull up, and then you start reading it to me. The president said that he was like, I hate that. Like, don't read to me. I hate to be read to. I hate it. Don't
put
read
it to somebody who read real slow. Like,
yeah,
especially if they read slow, like the President Donald Trump.
And then I say, don't read it. No, I'm not reading you. I'm reading it to myself. Read it to yourself then in your head. I hate that. And I hate to hear people drink pop and sip it. Like, you know, like slurp on. That is my... we got to go to music break. I know we got to get out of here.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of music break, I got some new stuff loaded up. We got some
a
couple new things, huh?
I saw CP join yesterday.
Dude, that was crazy work. So we were literally sitting here talking about him. Like Rhonda was doing her closing statements, and it literally, the way it happened was just like insane.
And I forgot to tell you that Mervin knew him. I forgot all about that.
I didn't know that. Look at that. We didn't know it. We were just sitting up here fanning out, talking about how good the song was, and so then Rhonda is going off the air. Well, you saw it, but for those who didn't see it yesterday, for those who didn't see it yesterday, Rhonda had to get off around about like 9:20-ish, so somewhere in there. And, so we're giving her the floor, put her on center stage, do her closing comments, all of that. And she mentioned them. She's like, CP the Genius, if you see this, if you hear this, come on the show. We want to have you. She's like, I want to have you on my podcast. We want to have you on Zeke Live in the morning, this, that, and the other. And then right when she's saying that, he like goes in the comments. We were like, look, there he is. Like, so it was a moment. Like we were some fans and we.
I heard her scream. I laughed. I said, she fanned out for a minute.
We did. We fanned out. It's just the way it happened. We love this song. We love that song. So.
Song is dope. You said you got new music. Did you get what I sent you yesterday?
I did. Yeah. I got a couple of those loaded up. Yeah. Hopefully Facebook don't shut down. It's always a gamble when we play songs around here. It's always a gamble when we play music over here, y'all. It's always a gamble. What?
Maybe we got to say we do not own the rights to this music.
Oh, I say that on everything. Every one of the
we didn't do it for Michael Jackson though.
Not the Michael Jackson one, but I don't think that was gonna make it either way. So I don't think that was getting across either way.
Did you see that AI song that they did with Michael Jackson?
Nah.
It's a whole new song. And that thing is gorgeous, man.
Oh, snap.
And they got the visuals of Michael Jackson, but
did you see that Timbaland signed an AI artist?
And people mad at that man's business.
We had to talk about this offline because we're going to talk about this one offline on some music stuff for real. Because we kind of already there, bro. Like we kind of already there. Like so now that Timbaland is doing it, we need to be jumping on another wave of stuff. So I already started engaging with how to. Yeah, we got to talk offline. Zeke Lock is back in his music bag right now. Let's put it that way. I'm getting back in my music bag. So,
and I did another call. So thank God for that.
Man, let's run this out real quick. So speaking of CP the Genius, found a song. I just went to his page and found something. I just typed his name in. And so this is him on an artist showcase. I'm going to play this. And then let's see. I got new stuff from... Oh, yeah. Merv Hammond has a video to Just Be Okay. I'll Be Okay. I mean, we be playing that song like all the time. But there's actually a music video to it. So he sent that to me. So we got that. We play Blanca all the time. She's got some new music that we've got loaded up. And then what's your guy's name? You Sound Hunter. Yeah.
His stuff is crazy.
Yeah, Young Hunter. So there it goes right there. So we got some stuff. Matter of fact, let's start with him. How about that? This is from his new wave project. It's called I Just. There we go. Let's knock that down. It's kind of a dope song. So y'all let us know. And then when we come back, let us know that you're here. When we come back, we're going to do some morning shout outs. Y'all know that's my favorite part of the show. So pretty please, y'all lock in. Let us know that you're here with us. Just say good morning. Let us know you're here so we can acknowledge you. And, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk about these people who be loud, wrong, and messy. The ones who be just doing too much because they getting on my nerves. And I'm going to do my best not to mention somebody by name. So there we go. I'm going to do my best. So my wife might have to come in here when I start talking too reckless and tell me a little something. So, all right, y'all, here it is. Y'all Hunter with I Just.
That's Hunter. Hold that, they claim they want that soul back. Got nothing to hold back. Take you to the throwback, so that you know that we gon' take the toe back. There's a difference between being seasoned and acting like an old cat. Old heads know that it all comes back around like trying to recapture the moment with a Kodak. The Polaroid is instant, hoping you don't miss it. Cause most of us been different. I tell you what it isn't about, the amount in the bank account. I'm just trying to figure out if I can make it through, but try to think it out loud. Pay attention, cause he gives grace to the humble at the same time he humbles the proud. Wow, 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 yeah, wow. Come on, I just don't wanna become what I hate. Cause it ain't all about getting your pay up. Let's go. Cause only Christ came down to save us. You know he saved us. I said I just don't wanna become what I hate. Cause it ain't all about getting your way. Cause only Christ came down to save us. He saved us. He did something for me I could never do for myself. And because of that, every single day the movement is felt. I learned in life there's some things that are worse than losing your wealth, like losing your health or losing yourself. But we don't hear it though. We just wanna live this life to see the next scenario. Keep a view that's aerial until we meet our burial. Till then life will ebb and flow. I just want my very own plot of land, but I know my life's in the potter's hands, so I don't need an autograph from any single artisan. I don't need to worship man, cause I know that the heart is sin. Full beyond measure. Once I stopped chasing pleasure, then I felt less pressure from Odessa down to Mecca. See, he controls the weather and my effort keeps me fresher, but that ain't the measurement that I use for my own betterment. Cause righteousness is heaven sent, meaning that it's all by grace. So by to him, that is all I pray. Come on, I just don't wanna become what I hate. Cause it ain't all about getting your pay up. Let's go. Cause only Christ came down to save us. You know he saved us. I said I just don't wanna become what I hate. Cause it ain't all about getting your way. Cause only Christ came down to save us. He saved us. Come on. That's honey.
In times of trouble, God, you've been my shelter. When the world's shaking from all of the pressure, come rain or shine, I'm covered through whatever weather. You are my refuge from now till forever. You've been so good to me, yeah, you've been so good to me, yeah, you've been with you, I could do anything, cause you're my safety. There's a peace I can't deny, and I know I'll be alright, cause you're my safety. Yeah, my life can testify that you've been here by my side, cause you're my safety.
Since I found your love, never letting go, never letting go. Take my hand and lead and I'll follow you. Oh, you hold me down like an anchor below. You surround me with perfect peace, and that's why I say
There's a peace I can't deny, and I know I'll be alright, cause you're my safety. Yeah, my life can testify that you've been here by my side. You're my safety, you're my safety. I follow, let you lead the way. Everywhere I go, every single day. Never wanna leave, I just wanna stay. In your loving arms, in your embrace. Never let me go, never let me go. When I'm on a high or even when I'm low, everything's aligned, I feel it in my soul. Cause I know, I know, I know. You've been so good to me, yeah, you've been so good to me, yeah, you've been with you, I could do anything, cause you're my safety. There's a peace I can't deny, and I know I'll be alright, cause you're my safety. You're my safety, you're my safety.
I will be running to you.
You're my safety, you're my safety.
So hide me, hide me, hide me in your loving arms.
You're my safety, you're my safety.
I love that. That is Blanca. And of course, y'all heard it right there. That was also oh Lord, Johan Hunter. There we go. Yeah. With that Both of them songs is fly. I like both of them.
I like that song of his because it reminded me of early Wu-Tang Clan.
I know, right? Yeah,
Now,
I love vibes
his
like
stuff.
that. I'm gonna play that again in the background. Here you go. I'm gonna play it in the background. There you go. I'm gonna play it in the background. There you go. Yeah. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Throw that in the background. Let's get into these morning shout outs. Y'all know that's always fun. That feel like 90s, don't it?
Yeah, that's why when I heard that, I said, "Oh, I like this one."
That's that's my vibe all day. I love stuff like that. That's my kind of hip hopping. That's my kind of hippity hop. That's what I like. I get y'all with these vibes and stuff like that. I got it. I ain't knocking the kids and they vibes. The new stuff because this was new once upon a time. To the people who like that 80s rap stuff that sounded like the 90s was new. But I like 90s and 2000s rap. That stuff that get in your face. That East Coast, that was me. I love.
When I heard this, I said, "Oh man, this reminded me of early Wu-Tang."
Right, this makes me want to cock my hat to the side. Hey y'all, let's do some morning shout outs real quick. Let's get into these morning shout outs. If you haven't already said it, tell us good morning. We want to make sure you're here with us. Well, we don't want to make sure you're here with us like we the police. We just want to know that you're here with us so we can acknowledge you. Because my mama taught me to be polite and to say hello when people walk into a room. So since y'all walked into the room, go ahead and say good morning. And I got to say good morning back because my mama taught me a couple of manners. I got a few manners. Now, why my hair want to stick out under this hat all of a sudden? Why my hair want to act up when I get on the camera? The devil? All right, y'all, here it is. Let's see. First comment of the day goes to Rhonda. Miss Rhonda on the Rocks got the first comment of the day today. Look, I told you, once I found out that YouTube, you can add comments before the thing even goes live. That's the benefit of subscribing on YouTube. That's the benefit of it because they'll let you know when we about to, get the notification and let you know when we're going live. So Rhonda left this comment at 7:18. The live cast don't start till 7:25. That's the benefit of being a subscriber. That's why she got first comment of the day. And also, we got to thank her for yesterday. She held it down in Eric's absence, so she came on a little earlier. Yeah, she did her thing. Rhonda's always such a vibe. I love Rhonda. I've loved that girl since I met her. That is my homie for life. Like, honest to God, I really, really mean that. And I'm so glad that we're reconnected, especially in this way, because this is a new thing for both of us. And I learned so much from her because she's been doing the podcasting thing for a while. I just started doing this a couple months ago. She's been at it for me. She on season 3. So make sure y'all go and I saw her promo yesterday. She's going into season 3 of Rhonda on the Rocks podcast. So y'all please, if you haven't done so already, become a rock star and subscribe to her YouTube page so that you can I'm not gonna say YouTube page. Let me say her YouTube channel because we believe in that she's going to TV and I need her to go to TV because I need to see Cabo. So I'm gonna do my part to push her every day. There we go right there. And then y'all know we gotta give love to the mamas of the show, the mothers of the show. There goes Eric's mama. She's the one that gave us the praise report yesterday that you was doing good, E. She came on it. Yeah, she came on yesterday and told us that all was well. So
yeah, I just saw somebody else that can make me pull my hair out, but I love him. Just join in the comments. You'll see when you get to the name.
Oh snap!
He's the only person in the history of the LXW radio show that had me puzzled and ready to leave.
Oh snap! I know exactly who it is. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me go and add it to the thing. Yep, I know exactly. I'm just gonna skip past and I'm just gonna put him on the screen.
This dude, yeah.
Joshua, what's up, boy?
Josh, you are one of my favorite people. You have me on the radio show that day.
Shout out to Josh. Yay. And since I'm just down here in this part of the comments, I got to go back. I got to scroll back up. But since I'm down here already, I got to give a shout out to Cake Key right there. Ralph Smiley. Shout out to him. He's one of the cats that taught me music. Like, there are people who, when I go back and I look over my musical journey and I think about people who poured and had impact on me in those early years, those early stages, Ralph Smiley is one of those people. Y'all know I'm from a little country town. So, I'm from a little Hopkins Park, Illinois, Kankakee. Then we moved to Hopkins Park after my freshman year of high school, and that's where I spent the rest of my, So that's where I really learned music, was in Hopkins Park. And Ralphie Smiley was one of those people that did that. Leroy Holiday, Ralph Smiley, my Uncle Kent Rogers, like, them people were big influences in my musical journey. So whenever I see them come on, always give homage and credit because I would not be who I am without people like that who are in my life at very, very pivotal moments. And so, you know, and he just put that on there. Good things do come out of small town. I'm telling y'all right now, don't y'all sleep on Hopkins Park. I don't care what y'all heard. I don't care what they tell y'all. That's why when I go all over the world, I don't even tell people I'm from Chicago. They be like, you from Chicago? I'll be like, well, I flew out of Chicago. I'm from Kankakee and Hopkins Park. Like,
See,
I'm one of
that
those people
was a
that
good
rep where I'm
comment.
from.
Good things. He said good things do come out of those small towns.
Yeah.
And I'm reading his message to join it. Then I looked right above it. I said, "Oh my God, salutations!"
That's why we love Joshua.
Josh, you are an amazing person.
Now listen, I'm one of them people that I've always pushed my own hometown. Like, you know, Chicago don't act like I'm from here anyway. So y'all know how Chicago people are. You from Chicago? What part of Chicago you from? You ain't from Chicago. You from Kankakee. All right, look, I said Chicago because people don't know what Kankakee is. But since y'all don't want to, then let me tell y'all where I'm really from. Kankakee, Hopkins Park. That's where I'm from. Them two places. And, you know. So that's who I rep all over the world. And so shout out to Ralph Smiley. And then check this out. Willie Outley, shout out to him. He chimes in and locks in with us every now and again. So we want to say good morning to you, brother. He was the third comment of today's day. Today's day? I don't even know what that means. But he was the third comment today. So there he is right there. Willie, God brought me Outley. I just realized, time out. I just realized, pause that real quick. I just realized what his name is. His name is Willie Outley, but in the middle it says, God brought me Outley. God brought me Outley. Like, I'm slow. I just caught that. God brought me Outley. I'm slow. I'm slow, but I'm sure. There we go. I still went to public school at some point in my life. So speaking of mamas, there's mama right there. Sherry State saying good morning, family. And then she came over to YouTube because she said it was lonely on Facebook side because everybody been transferring over to YouTube. And I want to encourage everybody, come to YouTube. It's the better listening experience. Sometimes, just sometimes we do stuff or we play a song or something that Facebook be like, no, you can't play that here. But YouTube don't go down. You know, like also Facebook, you got to wait till it goes live. YouTube, you can actually see. So, you know, subscribe on YouTube side, Zeke Lock. You can do that. Shout out to Miss Jessie. Hey, we were talking, what was that, the other day, and she was putting some really good stuff in there. So what was the topic? Was that Monday? I think that was Monday. Maybe it was Friday. I don't even know no more. These days just run together at this point. But I do remember she was saying some really good stuff. She was preaching in them comments. I know that much. And then here it is right here. Miss Asia Jamal saying good morning to everyone, to all of you Lock Stars. She's wishing y'all.
Jamal.
Yeah, and if we can do a plug for her like we always do, make sure you get on her platform on YouTube, Pure Live, because she's going to have one of the sisters and friends of the show, Miss Tara Jones. Y'all know we play her music, I Am Who I Am. We play that song all the time. She's going to be on her show this Friday, so we want to see a Lock Star, you know, we want to see some support from our Lock Stars to go over there. Go to Pure Live. So you can check that out because one thing I can say, we do be supporting. I hope y'all be on Rhonda on the Rocks. I hope y'all go to Pure Live. Y'all definitely hear it, you know, at Zeke Lock, you know, Zeke Live in the morning. So that's always good. So thank y'all for the support that y'all always give. So let's support that show on this Friday.
I'm gonna need Rhonda next week.
What happened?
I said we're gonna need Rhonda back Tuesday and Wednesday morning because I literally sitting here at my regular job saying, "Hey, we send you out of town Tuesday and Wednesday." I'm like, well, dang, that was the text I just got.
Traveling guy. And here's one of our favorite people, Miss Brenda Rose. Good morning, Zeke Lock, Eric Rideout, Rich, all the great moms, and those texting the Zeke Lock show. Just remember today and always, you are loved and highly favored every day. See, it's words like that, it's affirmations like that that just feel good, man.
Those are great to see.
Yeah, you got to hear those kinds of words, man. I always say this, you know, it's good to have people in your ear talking stuff like that because it helps to drown out the negativity that sometimes we put on ourselves. When I was going through my deepest parts of depression and suicidal feelings, I was looking in the mirror, literally telling myself I wasn't worth nothing, I wasn't no good, who I think I am. But I was telling myself that, man, if it wasn't for positive influences and words that could counteract that, ain't no telling where I'd be, but it might not be here on this morning. That's for sure. So always speak positivity, and we thank you for that, Miss Brenda Rose. And then here's our girl, Brody Cat 1, with the church announcements. Let's see what she said today, because she always say such good stuff. Let's see. Welcome to Zeke Live in the Morning with Zeke Locke, co-host Eric Rideout, Richard Holmes, Rhonda on the Rocks. It's Work It Out Wednesday. Oh, she always got a dope name. And they be changing like every day too. Like she just between her and Rhonda, they just be coming with
it'll be the same thing every week.
Yeah. You leave it up to me. It's just Way Up Wednesday. That's it.
I would not have clever sayings every week.
Yeah, I'm not smart enough for that. Like she said, let's get our minds, hearts, and goals together. And yeah, we're gonna encourage y'all to keep your goals together. We're gonna encourage y'all to let your goals, go for that dream, go for that thing. You can do it. You can do it. Rhonda said, okay, hat. I don't know how that got in the morning part, but me and Eric both got our hats on today. We in there. We New York today, baby. New York, son. That's what we doing. Yeah.
I used to love going out there too.
I know New York is so much.
I stayed in New Jersey for a little bit.
Really?
In Lakewood, New Jersey. Yeah.
Oh wow. New York is the only place, Manhattan specifically, the only place where every time I go, I get lost. Like I have a great sense of direction, but when I get into Manhattan, I don't. I remember I was there with Jenkins, and I had to get like some wife beaters or something like that, some t-shirts, and so I went to a Kmart. They had I don't know if it's still there now, but it was a Kmart in Manhattan in Midtown, and literally right up the street from my hotel. When I say literally, right up the street from our hotel, like literally, and I still got turned around and lost. It's just so many people,
that whole area,
so many buildings. Yeah, like it's just
that whole. When we were downtown in Times Square, Fred, we had a show. Funny thing was, the Lion King was right across the street from us, and we were in concert across the street. And the Lion King cast came over to our show, and it was over to see him, hang out.
When was this? Was this recently for the Nick Cannon thing?
Last year.
My cousin would have been there with y'all then. My cousin Lauren.
She probably was there.
She's in. I was supposed to go see her in Dallas. I need to call her and be like, "Yo, I missed you."
And then they came back over.
Yeah.
And they came back over, and the next night Fred went to hang out with them. But I brought it up today, that downtown traffic.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's the worst.
A regular 2-minute car ride was 2.5 hours to get 2 blocks. We walked.
Bro, that same trip that I'm talking about with Jenkins, our hotel was like 3 blocks in front of us, literally, and it took us 45 minutes to get that 3 blocks. And the only reason we didn't get out the car and walk because we had all that baggage and luggage and all that stuff, and we couldn't just look over the middle of the street. Like,
so I ain't gonna lie, I love New York and downtown and all them areas. If you all haven't traveled, travel. That's all I'm saying.
Just travel, just do it. Shout out to Victoria. Blessings, my brother. We give you blessings back. She's always wishing us blessings first thing in the morning, and I always receive
them. You too.
Yeah, I will always receive anybody who gives me blessings. So praise the Lord for that. And then here's our friend Marcus Johnson, aka DJ Red, aka Jamaica Shay's hubby. They be getting rank in the comments.
You know what? I just thought about who DJ Red reminds me of.
Who?
When he talks, it's so monotone when he talks.
I know he'd be like, "So, hey, bro, what's up?"
Like
Shaquille
O'Neal, like Shaq. He talks very monotone.
Right, but be saying like the funniest stuff in the world.
Yeah, but Red be saying some funny stuff too.
Red is kind of like
Jamaica.
Hey man, what's up, bro?
Is more loud. No offense, Jamaica.
She just animated. Jamaica's like, oh my God, guys, hey, and Red be like, hey, bros, what's up, man? Oh yeah, man, hey, go
lean in.
Like, hey, he be like, hey, we gonna play some songs real quick, and we gonna come through with the DJ equipment. I got you, bro. I love Red, man. That's my brother for life. Hey, he said, good morning, blessed people. Hey, blessed people. It's hump day, so why not hump on up?
Oh, so wait a minute.
Oh, Jesus, that just caught me off guard. Oh, Red.
Red said, well, it's a hump day, so why not hop on over this?
Oh,
that's it.
Jesus. Oh, Lord. I feel like Red Fox. I told y'all. Why not hump on over to Zeke Live in the morning? Lock in, let's go.
Red, that's
I don't
hilarious.
know why that was so funny. That just caught me off guard, Red.
I know what he meant. It's just
Red, you just caught me off guard with that one, bro. You just caught me all the way off guard. I was not expecting that. Oh, Jesus. Woo! My God today.
Thank you for that one, bro.
Y'all hump on over here.
Hump on over here. Hump on.
And speaking of the mamas of the show, after that laugh, we got he always got a good thing to say. I will say that much, though. He just like Brony Cat. He always got a dope thing to say. I got to start using that hashtag Locke'd. I do got to start using that
right there, the hump on over.
All our stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna start using every Wednesday. I'm gonna start.
He said it was meant to be funny. He said that was that was a good one.
Oh, and speaking of the mamas of the show, there's Rhonda's mama. Y'all know how we do the mamas over here. We get the mamas all the love in the world.
Good morning.
That's Rhonda's. That's Rhonda's mama. There she is right there, Pastor Cynthia Cohen. So y'all please go show her all the loves in the world. Let's see here. Make sure I didn't miss any new ones that came in. Red, boy, that one right there. That one just.
I think you missed your mom. She in the comments.
No, I ain't missing it. I see she right here on the next one. I was just looking for what Red said.
Red, that was funny, boy.
Woo! I said, hop on over is insane. I should have had Bobby Brown song loaded. Ain't nobody hopping around.
Yeah, that's funny. That was good.
And then, speaking of mamas, there's my mama, y'all. The mama, that's my mama. My mama, and I know I got a lot of mamas on the show. I got a lot of mamas at my church. I got a lot of mamas in the neighborhood. Everywhere I go, I got a lot of mamas. Everybody wants to be my mama everywhere I go, and I love it. Hopefully that says something about my personality. However, there is one person who actually carried me for 9 months and then spit me out right on time on December 1st, 1983.
Yeah.
That comment could have went a whole nother direction. Let me watch that one. No, she let me out right on the exact day. The doctor said I was coming out December 1st. I came out December 1st, and that woman who made that possible was Lisa Dyson, Pastor Lisa Dyson, Dr. Lisa Dyson. Y'all seen her on the show before, so y'all go show my mama some love. Y'all go tell my mama I said, hey, look right here. And then speaking of, my mom says, hi, mom. She said hi to all the mamas. And my mother loves the fact that so many people, call me their son. She loves that, she loves that they take care of me. Every time she comes around, she be like, thank y'all for taking care of my son. My mama ain't around no more. I can say around no more, but she ain't around me no more. Like they 4-hour flight away, so I can't just walk around the corner no more and go see my mama. They just not around no more. I got to get on a flight and go all the way across the country to see my mama. So when people taking care of me, she likes that. So there it is right there. She's saying hi to Pastor Cynthia, and of course she's always wishing your mom, wishing your mom, Miss JP Ride Out, a hello and all that. So the mamas be talking to each other and stuff. Those are the mamas of the show. And then this is the show mama right here. We call her mama, the Hood Bookcast. We just call her mama. That's what we just all call her.
They
mama.
sure did, didn't they? The whole thing.
That's where I got it from. That's why I call her mama. That's what we call her all the time, mama. Like, there she is right there. Y'all, that's your morning shout outs. I think I got everybody. If I didn't, then y'all forgive me. This Willie God brought me Outley. I wish my last name was Outley, or Outing or something like Dave Outing. Because I would be saying that same thing too. I'd be like, God brought me Outley. Like, listen, you couldn't have me. You would never hear me not say that. I love that. Yeah, man. Hey, let's do this. I guess it's a little early. I was trying to do it by 8:40, but all right. Well, I guess it is 8:39. Okay, that's fine. I was going and God brought me out. Said good morning to all the moms. Thank y'all for always wishing our mamas a hello. Thank y'all for that, because they deserve it. They really are deserving. Because they raised us, they put up with our stuff. I think I was a good kid by and large, but I mean, I wasn't without my ways. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't without my ways. So there it is right there. And then let's see here. Willie God brought me Outlet. Do we have his song? Do we have it? If I don't have it, or if I missed it or looked over it, because I want to make sure I got it. Then, if you got a song, we'll play it.
Resend it if that's the
Yeah,
case.
do me a favor, resend it to me. We'll try to get it loaded up for today. Matter of fact, I can tell you where to send it. You might have already, if you already sent it, just do me a favor and send it again for me, or just look for it and do it. But this email right here, and this is for everybody. If you know anybody who got good music, or you got a good music, a good suggestion that you want to play, send it to us. We'll field it and see if we can play it. If it's original stuff, we can play all that. But sometimes it's a little difficult to play. Like we played Dietrich the other day. Facebook said nope.
And can everybody that's watching just do us a favor and just simply on your social media pages or wherever you are, just share. Like if you're watch us on YouTube, go to your Facebook and say, hey, check out what I'm watching now, and just share it for us.
Hey, there it is. Then shout out one more final one right here to my Aunt Regina. Y'all know my Auntie Regina.
She was going to help us in Atlanta on the tour. And they end up not doing it, but she couldn't do it, but we are coming down there. So they're going to need her again. So we coming October 11th to Atlanta.
There you have it. So Auntie Regina, you know what's up. There it is right there. You know who to reach out to. Yeah, that's my auntie, y'all. When I go to Atlanta, I got to see her. So there it is. There it is right there.
Oh, I did hear a snippet. He's right.
Oh, well, sweet. Hey, shoot it to the email for me. Yeah. Because we, so I can just kind of click it and work real quick. Help me out a little bit. All right, y'all. Let's do another music break. Can I? I'm sure they'll come on later, but we can play this song all day because it's just one of our new favorite songs. It's one of our new favorites. I don't know about y'all, but it's one of ours. We just met him yesterday. Well, we didn't meet him yet, but he just jumped in. His name is CP the Genius, and we decided that we love this song. However, well, you know what? No, I'm gonna play that one first. Okay. I'll play another one of his a little later. But just for the sake of this, we're gonna play this one because I know that if I don't play this one, then Eric and Rhonda gonna get mad at me. So here goes CP the Genius with Just Might. And I think I might throw in there, I don't know, maybe I'll throw in Sharon Davis. How about that? That's one of our guys. Matter of fact, let's start with Sharon Davis and we'll end it on Just Might. How about that? So this is somebody who used to sing with us, Sharon Davis. This is the song that he got, More Like You. Shout out to him. And then we'll do Just Might. We played a lot of original music lately. So stuff that gets submitted, if you know any music, go ahead and send it to us. This is Sharon Davis, Just Might. Go ahead, get you some coffee, get you some water. We come back and talk about these messy people.
I really know you want to be more like him. Wherever you are, just lift up your hands and let them know that you want to be more like him.
Been broke down, misled, been talked about. Shame, confused and abused, don't know what to do. Just lift your hands and say, like you, Lord, I wanna be more like you. Lord, I want to walk right to right, be like you. What kind of man is this that will lay down his life for a friend? What kind of man is this? They put nails in his hands and his feet. They pierced him in his side. He died for you and I wanna be more like you.
They're wrong, Queen.
Like you. Lord, I wanna be more great to be like you. right. Oh, you gotta be living right. Oh, to be a conqueror. Oh, you gotta be walking right. Oh, you gotta be talking right. Oh, you gotta be living right. Oh, conqueror. Oh, we might as well praise him for all the things he has done. Oh, might as well pray. We might as well pray. Cause we may not have the strength anymore. We might as well praise him for all the things he has done. Oh, starting us on our way. We might as well praise him. Oh, we may not have the strength. Oh, they don't come to through him that loved us. Through all things we are more than. Oh, we are more than conquerors.
No, I never did love, just a pastime. Told myself the last time was the last time. So tell me why. I know that I'm safe for all alone, but when I'm with you, I lose control. And I'm not new to heartbreak, babe, but that's a risk we all gon' take. Cause the vibe's just right. Thought I'd never fall in love again, but I just might. Cause the vibe's just right. Thought I'd never fall in love again, but I just might. It's risky, and I know it. Once we get to go and we can't stop, we're like a locomotive. A runaway train out of control, and this could be unforgettable. I'm hoping we don't get off track, cause it's gonna be a long way back. Cause the vibe's just right. Thought I'd never fall in love again, but I just might. Cause the vibe's just right. Thought I'd never fall in love again, but I just might. Uh-huh. Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
There it is right there. CP the Genius with Just Might and Sharon Davis, of course, with More Like You. That's actually a really good song, that More Like You, Sharon Davis. Let me tell you something about that man. He could just flat out sing. Sharon Davis, he really can just flat out sing. Used to sing me back in the day. Can I, just in case you have not heard this announcement yet, and then we coming right back to talk about messy people, but in case you haven't heard the announcement just yet, yeah, run that song back. Run that back. If you haven't heard the announcement yet, this Saturday, if you're in the Chicago area, come on out. This is for the men, it's for the fellas. Please tell your husband, tell your son, tell your boyfriend, tell your that Negro you talking to that you don't want nobody to know you talking to him. Tell him, tell that knucklehead around the corner, tell the boys on the block, let them know. Come out this Saturday at 10 o'clock. The doors open at 10 o'clock. Food service starting around 10:30ish or so. So come on out, have some brunch, and it's free, completely free. But hit that QR code and register for that. And of course, the announcement and stuff is out there, so you can go find that. Praise the Lord for that. All right, y'all. Here he is, Mr. Eric Rideout. Let's get him back to the stage. All right, and I guess I should probably take that down. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, man.
There we go.
This song is such a vibe in the background. It's
it is.
Vibe. It's just a vibe. Just a vibe. Just a whole vibe. I'm all about vibes these days. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The beat used to be the thing. Now it's how the song make you feel when you just, because I do that. That's why I sent you guys those songs just thinking. Those are some that I listen to when I'm in the car or just sitting here in my, on the couch.
Yeah.
And just lay back playing it. I love it.
Yeah.
Like the good vibe of the song. What's up, Jeremy Sanders?
Oh, Pastor Jeremy Sanders, aka no potato salad.
No potato
Pastor
salad.
Jeremy, no potato salad Sanders. This is oh, I don't even know. Like, maybe I don't know. I'll contribute to the fact that he's from Houston. That's what I.
Houston got some, pretty good food.
Yeah.
He says, his mashed potato salad. He said, Eric, I need you and Zeke, I need you guys to do a segment about socially awkward people like myself. Oh,
yeah, we got one of those one day. Yeah,
we got one of those in the comments. Where you go? We got somebody just for you.
Hold on. Wait, let me see if I can find it. Hold on. Wait. Where you at? I think it's right up here. Hold on. Oh, shoot. I just scrolled right past it. There's a lot of comments. Boy, people be commenting for real, y'all. Y'all be for real.
This is a person right here who we love. He is a musical genius.
Listen.
And Josh is the king of social awkwardness.
Josh is one of the people. He's like our little brother. Like, he one of the ones, like, y'all know how y'all family do. We just talk about each other all the time. So we'll talk about Josh all the time. But then we'll go somewhere and I remember one time somebody said something about Josh, and I turned around. It was the band, matter of fact. I ain't going to say who was in the band. I'm just saying it was some Chicago hitters. And I remember turning around and I said, "No, y'all don't talk about my people like that. Y'all need to fix that. Don't ever let me hear y'all doing that again. Y'all get off the stage right now." Like, it was one of them moments. Like, because Josh was being Josh. Josh did something. It was goofy. And, of course, we was laughing and doing all that. But then they got over there giggling and siding and trying to do all that. And I caught wind of it. I'm like, nah. Like, we don't get down like that. Like, nah.
We can talk about.
We talk about him because that's our little brother. But I don't know you like that. You get off this stage if it's gonna be that way.
Josh has the ability to be awkward and make you awkward at the same time. And
right. Like,
he can say something to make the whole room be awkward. Then everybody look at you. You can be cool.
Yeah.
Josh is that guy that you can sit in to break up the if you want somebody to make a room awkward, just say, Josh, just be you. And Josh will go there and say something. Everybody, what? Wait, what? Huh? And he gets silenced the whole room.
Like, legit. But the thing about Josh is, though, he like Eric said, he really is a musical genius. He got perfect fit. When you talking about just singing, when I be playing that Way Up track, hold on, since we speaking of Josh, let me play the Way Up track. Because everybody always talks about this part right here. Hold on, wait. They always talk about this part. This is actually Josh. That voice, that's Josh.
Yeah. And the Way Up, ain't it?
Yeah, this Way Up right here. He doing the backgrounds on it. Yeah. That's, when I'm playing I'm Walking, that's me, Josh, and Nayshawn on the background. I got a lot of people on there.
Right there, too.
Yep.
Josh is one of the most amazing singers ever.
That's actually Josh, Jason, and Lauren. That right there. But you can hear Josh's voice just cutting through. He got a voice that just cuts through. But I used the three of their voices because I wanted that. The blend of the three of them was a little bit more like in your face.
Yeah.
So but Josh's voice just
it just made me think of some way. It's not off subject, but it's about Jamaica. I just looked at her name and just had a flashback to a moment being on the road, and it was a llama or something in the truck next to us, and me and DeVaris was sitting in the van, and Jamaica went over there, hey baby, and all this stuff. And DeVaris said, "What if he spit in her face?" I said, "You know, llama spit in your face."
Yeah.
He said, "If that thing spit on Jamaica," he said, he said, "You're have to." He said, "Just tell my mom he passed away in the car from laughter." And we sat there waiting for him to spit on her. He didn't. He growled at her a little bit. She backed away. We were like, "If this thing spit on this girl," we was gonna laugh for the rest of the year. But no, Josh is a good person.
No, Josh is a great dude. It is.
He's different, but he's strange. Josh, you're the first person that ever stressed me out on my own radio, on my own show. I gotta walk away from the table for me. I had to go in the hallway on the wheels to get a snack off some chips off the table and calm down.
Shout out to all the Sigma Gamma Rho's. And speaking of the Sigma Gamma Rho's, Ari and look at Jamaica saying, forget y'all.
DeVaris was really waiting. We was quietly waiting. I think Tamika was with us. We was sitting in the van because everybody was waiting to get some. We was just waiting. And we was laughing. He about to spit on me. If that man would have spit on you, Jamaica, we would have been laughing until next year. I still been laughing.
Well, shout out to the Sigma Gamma Rho's. Like Rhonda said, they Jeremy and Ari and them are gonna be at the Royal Bistro, I think, again this week. I think I saw a flyer for that. So if you ain't got nothing going on Friday night, you can either go to, go check out Pure Live or go to the show. We got a lot going on with the Lockstar family.
Yeah, go check them out. Go eat before you go and just check out the music. Stop at Hooters in the lot, then going out.
I would recommend eating. I would recommend get your drink or whatever when you're there, but I would recommend eating first. I would just recommend first. You ain't gotta believe me when I'm not talking bad about nobody. I'm just
talking bad about them.
If you short on cash and you want a lot of food, get your food first. That's all I'm saying.
Because I remember $255. Four people did not feel great.
$255. That was just to this day. I'm still like, ugh. All right. Anyways, at any rate, today we talk about these messy people around here. Y'all know.
I want to say loud,
wrong, and messy. People who just doing too much. They just
or know-it-alls.
Know-it-alls. Can't stand them. The people
Gossiping.
who just
and I don't like men that sit around and gossip online.
Oh my God! Right?
That's very. And I mean, there's quite a few that's making money doing it, but I think you.
Just gossiping, just gossiping, I think that for me, I don't like folks who stir the pot. We talking about pet peeves yesterday. That's one of my things. They stir the pot in ways that they don't need to because they ain't even got nothing to do with the pot. Like they all in the pot, ain't even got a spoon to stir it. They just put their dirty hand in it, just stirring it all up.
That's biblical. That's one of the things that God hates too. The Bible says a busybody in other people's situations. That's something that he's like, I don't like that. He hates that. And that's what I think a lot of these people do, on these social media platforms. And there's one in particular that everybody knows, And I know recently he said, hey, I'm not doing that no more. I'm changing. Thank God if that's something that happened with him, so be it. But I just, I don't understand why as a guy, men, I'm never worried about another man's business like that. I don't worry about other man's money. I don't worry about it. I got enough going on myself to worry about everybody else's issues too. I mean, there's a level of concern if I know you, but just sit back and say, oh man, I can't sleep because Rich mad. That's Rich. I feel bad for Rich. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's Rich's situation. I may have an understanding or compassion of what Rich is going through. That's one thing. But to sit and just dwell on it the whole day, and that's like me trying to tell. And another thing, like I hate those people that get online, and I get them a lot, who tell me how the people I work with really are. I had somebody do that yesterday. I had put up a post about something that I was doing that I was literally setting up for James Fortune. But that he called me yesterday, but I was setting up for something for James Fortune. And I put something online about something. So I said, yeah, you know how James Fortune is when it comes to this. He like this and the other. I'm like, oh, you worked with him before? No, but I heard. You don't know what you're talking about. Be quiet. That kind of stuff. I don't like people that do that. I don't like people that you have an expert opinion, but you're a novice in everything. It's like, you can't tell me, I can't tell you, and I took piano lessons, right? But I can't tell you how to play the piano. I know every key. I can't tell you. I know what a C chord is and stuff. I can't tell
you ain't gonna sit down and compose a piece and then
I'm not gonna sit
on the stage and solo.
Big faces at you all. You like, oh, can you do better? Oh, no, I can't play. Well, be quiet. I only play a little bit. So
people that doing that, man,
or singers, or people that get on there and like attack people that's doing something. Like when people was attacking Kirk, he's moving to it. Look, he got too much going. Look at people attack Marvin Sapp about the offering. Look at his church. One girl went as far as to go live on the internet and have a conversation. And I get to church on Sunday, and he talking about close the doors and this and another. And they was like, what? One of the members called her out. It's like, that wasn't even our church, fool. That's not our church. You know, she trying to just.
That was at the PAW convention.
Yeah, it was at the convention. She said, that's not our church, fool. What are you talking about? You weren't even there. But, you know, it's those people that keep a mess and.
Yeah.
Or sharing me that stuff.
Yeah, but them be the same people who want you to stay out of their business, though. And that's what I hate. Like the ones who like, so, okay, I'm just throw this name out there and this may be a little gossipy, but I don't think it's gossipy. This actually happened. But when Wendy Williams, remember that whole situation? Wendy Williams built a 30-year career on talking about people, talking about issues, gossiping, doing all that. And then when she went through her stuff, it was please let us have our privacy. Please let us, as we go through this time.
His wife had cancer and nobody knew it. And Wendy Williams found out and got on the radio and announced she had cancer. Method man was like, you had no right to do that. Our family didn't know. Our community didn't know. And nobody knew. And she was like, well, it's going to come out anyway. Now she's locked up in the room looking like what do you call it? Up in the tower looking out the window.
Yeah. And you know, and it's not that I'm celebrating her illness or anything. Like, I mean, I really honestly hope the best. I mean, I really wish and hope the best. I don't want to see nobody suffering, but it's insanity to me that people would do that. And you know, I'm using her as an example because she's probably the most famous one of that. But there's a lot of people who do that on an everyday basis. You know, they get all involved in everybody else's stuff, got something to say about everybody else's stuff, all in everybody else's business. And then when that same moment hits them and their household, because like the old folks used to always tell us, we had this show the other day, they tried to tell us, just keep on living. And if you live long enough, some stuff gonna hit your front door. And so when that actually happens, the stuff hits your front door, them be the main people who be now realizing that, no, I don't want y'all talking about that. No, I don't want to bring that up. No, that's nobody's business. It's like, but my business wasn't your business and you put it out there. But now when your business is out here and everybody already knows your business, you want us to all not talk. That's just ridiculous. Like, that's crazy. But that's what folks do. Like, you know.
And I want to correct something I said.
Yeah.
I said God hates that. But let me be clear. He's not a fan of that. It says, you know, oh, well, yeah, here goes. Distortion of the truth and who calls up discord. So if those are different than being a busybody, but the Bible does say God does not, you know, he don't hate that. What he hates is somebody that's one of the 7 things is a thing where you're stirring up mess. Like if Zeke and all of us in the room, let me be clear to everybody, I'll clear it up. Zeke, me, Rhonda in the room, and Zeke get up and I say, man, Zeke always has something to say about you, Rich, every time you ain't around.
Yeah.
The Bible says God, that's one of the 7 things he's like, he hates that.
Yeah.
Like, keep that in now. But a busybody, it says, don't be a busybody. James says, but let none of you suffer as a murderer or a thief, an evildoer, or as a busybody in other men's matters.
Yeah.
Stay out of people's business. That's what God's saying. It's not your concern. If you're not a part of it, stay out of it. It's not your business.
Without me talking too much, my wife will come in here if I say too much because she's watching in the other room. She'll come in. But we just had this situation just happen very, very recently. We have one person that's in our world. I ain't gonna say how much they're in our world, but they in our world. And talking about somebody tried to call me about taking something. It's a whole thing that happened. And my wife was like looking like they didn't know that did not even happen. Like, how would that even happen? Like, this don't even make no sense. Like, I'm trying.
You ever heard something that's just so wrong? You're like, how did you even come up?
Yeah, like one of them. Like, and I'm trying not to tell the whole story. I'm trying not to. Because this happened last night. This like I'm trying not to tell what actually happened. I'm just leaving it at basically that this particular person, I'm thinking about going knocking on a door and being like, if you ever put my name in your, because I'm one of them people that I'll let stuff slide, but after a minute, I will say something. Like we was talking about Josh, like heard them talking back there, and I turn around like, hey, no, y'all can get off the stage for that with that. In fact, so I'm thinking about knocking on their door, be like, "Don't you ever put my name in your mouth talking some mess like that? What in the world kind of nonsense? What you on, bro?" Like I remember we were doing the NBA All-Star thing that time, and I won't get me talking on that one. That whole event, that whole day, I had to change my management over that day. I said I'd never work with that person again over that day. I said I'd be petty sometimes. That ain't petty. That was just.
I remember that whole situation. It was horrible.
But I remember we were getting ready, and oh shoot, her name just
I was stuck in the airport.
Saxophone. Jesus Christ, her name just
Christy. Was it Angela?
Angela Christie, yeah. So playing, saxophone. I was gonna say Angela Spivey. That's but no. She was and I ain't gonna some folks I forget it is what it is. Some people in the band was talking about some stuff saying, because she was looking for something, and she's a very seasoned musician. She knows what she wanted, what she was looking for. And now I will say this much: we were under very stressful circumstances. Me and the band. Shout out to we were under some stressful circumstances, but some of them were talking about some stuff with her, and she got wind of it. Like she heard them as she was walking past. She heard them back, and did she just let it slide? No, right there. She came right out there like, so I mean, if y'all had an issue, you could have just came to me directly and just said, wow. Shut them up in their tracks. They was doing all that talking, all that yapping. Doing all that yapping and then expected, didn't think somebody heard her. And, some people, they'll just walk past and just act like they didn't hear it, be upset. She was like, no, I'm going to approach that right now. Like, stop them right in their tracks. They couldn't. What could you say for the rest of that? Like, you don't even know if you're going to lose this gig now. You don't know
if you're about to get escorted out the building.
You don't know what's for the. Yeah, like, that's. Like,
that's the thing, man. People do that all the time. And I remember that situation because with Fred, we were stuck in the airport.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Y'all did get stuck in Dallas.
We was on our way. We was stuck
like a blizzard or something that rolled through there.
Well, they kept telling us that it was going to be a blizzard in Chicago, so they kept delaying the flight and delayed.
Yeah,
I
do remember
we were there for like 4 hours. Fred said, "Forget it." He said, "Pam was like, it's done." So we get in the car. We walk. Once we turn around and get up, we get to the gate, out to the car. We get in the car. As soon as we pull off from DFW, it says, "You are now boarding." The plane started boarding. Fred was like, but
y'all probably wouldn't have on time no ways though. I remember that. The time frame to even get there when the show started and everything.
And the whole thing I remember that was a bad day. That person, I'm in Texas. I'm in the airport arguing with people at the door to let people in and guest lists. And thank God I had somebody, my friend Rochelle was there, who the certain management person, I never got this. Rochelle said, "You a lie. Here's the message. Eric sent you this list 5 times. Here it is. I'm CC'd in it." Because I blind copied her. I CC'd her in it. She's doing like this at the door. Well, I got other stuff on my mind than that, But it was a terrible situation, everybody.
Yeah, but people was, but even then, people just be talking and just, he wasn't coming nowhere. I remember somebody said that, like he probably wasn't even coming no ways, and da this, that, and the other. And I'm just like, just loud and wrong. You don't even know what's going on. Like, you ain't even got no inside knowledge on none of this. Like, how you wasn't come? You don't even know this man.
Do you know I had somebody trying to tell me about Hood Book online the other night? I was like, yeah, it was coming out. It was really not that story about the creation. It's more about and Adam and Eve. It's more about God. And I asked the person, I think I would know a little bit more than you. I was there. Well, but I saw the videos online, what he said. But you weren't there, stupid.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. And people will take like just the littlest piece. They'll take just the littlest piece of info that they get and just extrapolate and
make their own
encyclopedia
of information off one little bit.
Yeah,
one little
ridiculous.
Like the president does that. Get a little bit of information, and then he just make a whole situation of life off a little bit of wrong information. And the information a lot of times be wrong.
Yeah. But like if you got one little piece of truth, this is why I always say, my thing is, we always call the devil a liar, and we take Jesus' words that he's the father of lies, your father, all that kind of stuff. Like we take that. But I there's a difference though, because there's a difference between a liar and a deceiver. And the closer word that we have, actually the word is closer to deceiver. You can deceive people with a little bit of truth. Like a lie is easily disproven. If I tell you the sky is yellow, and you know the difference between yellow and blue, but you've never seen the sky before, all it takes for you to do is go outside, look at the sky. You be like, nigga, the sky ain't yellow, the sky is blue. You see what I'm saying? Like, so I can lie to you, so you can disprove it. But a deception is because a deceiver will take a little bit of truth and then start adding stuff to it, and before you know it, they got you going off track. But they using that little bit of truth to keep anchoring you in.
But that deceit is that deception is powerful, like the emperor's new clothes. Remember?
Yeah.
So the people this is a fine outfit, and they walk around like, oh, you see what and they naked. Remember that whole thing? They thought but the devil did that with Eve. He said, oh, God said you're gonna die. He told her the truth.
Yeah, a little bit of truth.
But he was like, but are you really though? Like, you think he said you're gonna die, but are you really? So he gave her the truth. You're gonna die, but are you really? And she's like, wait a minute. This snake might be on. He might be on to something. Let me go ahead and eat this. Yeah. Thanks, ma'am. But
listen, sometimes you gotta confront that stuff, though. Sometimes you just gotta confront it sometimes, and like I said, sometimes that's the only way you can deal with stuff. You just gotta walk up to people and be like, hey, look, you don't know what you're talking about, bro. You need to shut your mouth. Like, you need to look at this just came across that I remember this ugly girl.
Ugly girl.
Telling folks not to be friends with me and Tammy. I pulled up on a campus job and went off. I was on academic probation, but I ain't play. Like, sometimes you gotta roll up on people. Let's do this real quick. Let's do a real quick music break, a real quick one, and we're gonna come back with past star Rich Holmes and get his perspective on all of this.
You said that. That's
bring us back to Jesus.
Some of that music I sent you was short for a reason. I said, we can use this as quick music break.
Absolutely. Yeah. Listen, you go in there.
A minute 16.
Heck yeah. Pastor Rich Holmes is on a travel day today. So matter of fact, let's see here. I'm going to just bring him to the stage first, and then we're going to do a music break. So that way, I guess I'm bringing him to the stage first. I don't know. He moving around. Let me bring him up real quick. Let's bring him up real quick. Pastor Rich Holmes, look at him. There he is. Oh, he on a private plane, y'all. He taking private flights today.
Not me. God give the glory. Not me.
Rich Holmes is taking a private flight, y'all. Look at that right there.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to be like you. I want to fly private.
Yeah, God give the glory. Come on.
Hey, where you headed today, Doc? Where you headed today?
We're going to the Bahamas. We're going to the island.
Hey. Nice.
Now, my bad if it's loud, guys. I wasn't trying to front. It's my time to come on. It's the time we leave. I didn't want to get my spot.
Well, that's why I wanted to hurry up and get you in there. Yeah.
But I had to get on.
That's why I wanted to hurry up and get you on here so you can at least say hi to the people. You're kind of tall for the flight, man.
I'm real tall. Z Live in the morning. What's happening? Y'all all right, man?
We all right. Yeah.
Y'all talking some good stuff today, man. I love what y'all talking about. Keep talking.
Well, we talking about these random people who be saying random stuff and doing random facts.
I'm doing good. Just finished my live show and I'll be done. That's it. I'll be out of here. Yeah. Look at that. Ain't God good?
God good. Send some of that good fortune all our way.
The economy, you know what I'm saying? But this is a different level here, too. God is good. He's on all levels. Whichever one you want to believe and achieve for, you can do it. That's all I'm saying. So if you want to live with the regular, not the regular, but just, live life. So enjoy life. Enjoy it. That's all I'm saying. Don't hate. Don't just be mad. Don't be saying the people ain't saved because they do different things, different ways. Lord Jesus. We pray for everybody in Jesus' name. Oh, there it is. All right, what's up? What were we talking about? Hit me. I'm ready.
We talking about the people who is loud. I'm trying to adjust something on here for you.
Thank you.
There we go. There you go.
RJ, look up. RJ.
Uh-oh, Eric. I think we lost you, Eric. Oh, you muted. That's why. There you go.
How did I mute myself?
I
With
don't know.
my
I
hands
might have
in my
accidentally did
pocket.
something too. I'm
Oh,
pressing buttons. Well, no, I don't know. I was on Rich's thing trying to turn it up a little bit. I'm pressing
it
buttons.
threw
I
My
me
don't know.
off.
sound is trash. Sorry.
Well, you on a plane. I mean, that's to be given. It's okay.
Sorry about
It's to be
that.
expected. It's okay.
Well, I wanted to show my dedication. Like I really wanted to make sure I was here at my time. So
Oh, I
anytime
didn't
I
even
can be
expect to see
here,
you.
I
I
want to
didn't
be
even.
here.
Yeah, I didn't expect to see you because I knew you was traveling today. So,
Oh, yeah. I try to do it every time I get a chance, man. If I can be here at 9, I want to be here at 9.
I love it. I love it.
My word is out there. Sometimes all you got is your word. I don't want to be one of the men that just go back on their word. So try to do the best I can.
Hey, you in there, man? So we talking about these people who be just loud, wrong, and messy. People who just got something to say, don't know what they talking about, or they do all the gaslighting, or
Yes.
they do keeping up a bunch of gossip,
Yeah.
doing all of that. Like those people. Like, what do you do with those people? And I know y'all about to take off and all that stuff like that,
We
but
got time.
get the people to think. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Man, that's a real thing. Like people that again, it's words again. We got to see what we're going to do with it because we have those type of people. So when they show up, how do we handle it, right? So people that's loud and wrong, I think it's funny. In fact, it was so funny. We had a ride today. The man knew without a shadow of doubt on my ride. Got picked up by the car. He said, we're going to Midway. That's what he knew. And all. I said, no, we're going to Signature. It's a little different. He said, no, it's in Midway. I know exactly where it's at. I don't say nothing. Let him do what he's going to do. Because I don't want to argue. It's early in the morning. I really want to go to sleep. I'm a little tired.
Yeah.
And so we get to the airport. He like, no, it's right here in the middle of the airport. It's Southwest. It's something else, and it's Signature. I go there, I say, Signature ain't here, bro. I know it ain't here. It's never
Yeah.
been here. It's all
You're
the
going
way
the back side of the airport, the other
Yeah.
side of Midway, yeah.
But he was loud and all the way wrong to the point I said, maybe he not understanding because I'm a man. Maybe it's a culture thing. I don't know. I asked my wife to explain it to him one time. I said, can you say this to him? Because he's not listening. And I said it 2 or 3 times. Now, I could have got upset, could have lost all my religion, did all that other stuff to prove this man is wrong so I can be right. But I just sat there and was quiet and let him look foolish at the end of the day. That works better for me.
And that felt good too, didn't it?
It did. It really did. You see the smile I got on my face now? I'm even more happier than I was when I got up because he got made a lie. He got made a fool, and I just sit back and rested. And there's moments in time where you ain't got to do all the action to make somebody look like a fool. They'll make themselves look like they fool the more they continue to talk. So
You know
the more
what?
I learned about it, silence can be a weapon. Silence can be a key. You ain't always got to be the one that proves somebody wrong or prove somebody right. There are moments where silence can be golden. You just let the person do what they do and fall to their demise. You know what I mean?
And don't
You
the
know where I
Bible
would have
say
went off?
don't argue with a
Uh-oh.
fool too? The Bible says don't argue with a fool.
But I'll tell you where I would have went off if that would have had a real impact on me. For instance, my flight, everybody calling me talking about we got to take off in like 10 minutes. And he talking about, no, you go around this way. And I know that's a 15-minute mistake. And
Yes.
so now we about to be late and all this other. Now I got to go off on you because you loud and wrong and you about to cost me a trip. Because sometimes it got that kind of impact. And it's like, that's why I say, what is the line where you cross it? Because I'm with you. Sometimes I do that too. It's just like, okay, just let them be wrong. Everybody gonna figure this out in about T minus 10 minutes. They gonna
Here's
figure this
why
out.
I draw a relationship with you, Z, is cool because there's moments where you know I'm wrong and you see I'm loud, you see I'm proud, you see I'm passionate, and you're gonna let me get on here and finish what I got to do. And at the end, you be like, yeah, man, all right, it's just what you think. And in the middle of me talking, bro, I'd be like, yeah, I think that's wrong. Never mind, I'm gonna just go ahead and not say nothing else. I think that is key. Like, I think that's important. Zeke, we gotta, and then he'd be looking like, yeah, you're totally wrong, bro. I done did this research already. And in the middle, I'd be like, yeah, I guess I'm wrong. Let me go ahead and be quiet. I think it's important to acknowledge that about yourself too. Like, people need to know that. It's okay if you feel you're right. Okay, it's all right to stand on business, but if you ever get told that you are wrong, be able to own it. That's another thing. It's a pet peeve. I know we talked about that today. When you
Yeah.
can't own that stuff, man.
Yeah.
I'm wrong, let me own it. Okay, I was wrong. Let me come back again and try it again. But if I'm
Yeah.
gonna stay wrong, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with me now. There's something wrong with
Mhm.
me. I'm gonna
That
just
you're
stay.
wrong or stay wrong.
But that's what some people will do though. Like, you know what I mean? Some people will do that. They'll double down. Like you know you was wrong. You're gonna double down. Like an example would be Okay. So when you remember the whole guy, he's back in America now, the MS-13 guy who got sent away, and so they were doing that ABC interview, and
Oh
their
yeah,
pictures of the tattoos were photoshopped. They were
Photoshop.
proven to be photoshopped. Everybody, we look at his hands, he ain't got no tattoos, nothing. So like or whatever the case may have been, maybe he did have tattoos, but it was photoshopped. It was proven, and they were like, "Well, y'all know that was a Photoshop, right?" The president just doubled down even more, like, "No, that was what do you mean Photoshop? Like just doubling down on stuff." But how many of us we talk about that at the high level? But how many of us do that on an everyday basis? Somebody tell you that the grass needs to be cut, and you say the grass don't need to be cut. It was cut last week. And they're like, no, the grass needs to be this short, and our grass is this high. No, that grass is fine. It's okay. Then you get a ticket or something, and now you upset talking about, so well, it should have been this way because it's there. You still going with like, nigga, you got the ticket now. You got the, you know what I'm saying? Or okay, I'll give you a funny example. We was moving to Hopkins Park. I told y'all I grew up in Kankakee, and then we moved to Hopkins Park after my freshman year. And my mama was telling my daddy, you can't pack that truck like that with the furniture. My dad's nickname is Boo. Boo, you can't pack that furniture. You can't pack that furniture like that. Oh, at least I know what I'm doing. He probably hear me talk about this right now. I'm sorry, Daddy, I'm triggering some stuff. You can't pack that. You're going to have to lay that down. I know what I'm doing. I got
your mama ready to hit him in the head again. After this go off, she looking at him.
Listen, we hit this curve. All that furniture tipped out. Pow! Like all over the road. Everything was ruined. He was mad. Oh, I hate junk. I'm sick of this stuff. He was just mad. Of course, I'm in the car dying of laughter. Like, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, Mama sure told you not to pack the truck like that because the stuff gonna fall out. And you was arguing so hard that you know what you doing. It's gonna be all right. And now he trying to piece in his head. How I'm gonna tell your mama?
He can't. It's just like my father when he say something and my daddy know he wrong. He don't say to my mother he was sorry. She like, I told you. All he gonna say is, That's it for him. That's all you get.
Shout out to my auntie Marlene. That's my auntie Marlene, y'all. That's my mama's sister. That's my mama's baby sister. My auntie Marlene. I call her auntie mama because they once upon a time they told me that my auntie Marlene was my actual mother. Hold on, let me interject this story here real quick. I remember I was a little kid. I was walking into Walmart, and we was walking into Walmart, and I was asking my mom what the word dilemma meant. Like, I didn't know what dilemma. I just couldn't. She was trying to explain it, and I just could not. For whatever reason, I just wasn't grasping the concept of the word dilemma. It was like a homework assignment or something. I was probably like 9. I don't know, like something super young. Like, and I just wasn't grasping the concept of the word dilemma in a way to really explain it. So we pulled out. I remember pulling out the Walmart. We getting out the car, and before we got out the car, she turned the car off, like one of these serious, somber moments. And she says, "All right, Zeke, I think you're a little older now." Like, you know, she let the conversation just kind of settle for a while. So we pulled up to Walmart, and just out of nowhere, she goes, "You know, okay, I think you're a little older now. You can understand this. But I don't know how you're gonna feel about this, but you know how you call your auntie Marlene, auntie mama, and all that. You know how you, well, I think it's time that we just really need to make sure you know that your auntie Marlene is actually your mother." Like, but my aunt Marlene is only, I think, 15 years older than I am, 14, 15 years older than me. So the thing was, she was like, you know, Auntie Marlene was so young, and when she got pregnant, it was like it was going to be a thing. And me and your dad, you know, who you know is your dad, we had just gotten married. And so we took the baby on so that she could finish school and do all of that. And we decided to raise you as ourselves. But now that you're old enough, you can understand it. Now, she was like, "Now, I know you probably don't know what to do with that, do you? You really don't know how to feel about that. You don't know." And I remember I'm processing it. Like, and the more I process it, the more the tears start. I just broke down crying. And then my mama says, you don't know how to feel about that, do you? You don't really know how to feel. Like, you don't know how to. Yeah, I know. I know. It makes you really question, like, how this is, huh? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. She was like, "That's a dilemma." I was like, oh, like, that's how my mama explained the word dilemma to me.
That was an extreme way to show it. That was to the furthest level.
Like, horrible.
That was lying. Straight lying.
Right. Just lying. Like, had me, like, Luke, just I mean, she was saying stuff like you notice you ain't see a whole lot. You ain't never seen no pictures of me pregnant with you, which is true. To this day, I've never seen a picture of me, my mama pregnant with me. So I don't know. Maybe it is true.
That was a
Come on,
rough
Fiji
story.
water.
That was rough.
Shout out to our sponsors, Fiji. Shout out. Great partners. Great partners.
Or Rich, or you take the top off and throw it in their face. Only drink Avion. You know, throw it. I don't drink this. It's like,
I'm trying to be like you, E. I'm just trying to be like you, man.
Hey! Don't it feel good sitting in there like that?
Oh man, I feel good. E, you told me to do this, man. You got
to do it.
I want to be like y'all when I grow up.
Elevate.
Hey y'all, let's do something real quick, just because I want to play this joint right here. Rich, you still on, or you go? You got to go after this music break.
I'm here until they say it's time to go. You know.
All right, bet. Let me do this music break real quick, just because I want to play this song. Okay, so Brony Cat is confirming real quick. She saw her pregnant, but she can't remember. See, a dilemma. There's a dilemma. I don't know. Maybe I'm not my mama's son. I don't know, y'all. I don't
see.
Brony Cat, I got questions.
That was supposed to help you, but that made it worse.
Right.
Like,
right.
I remember. Wait, I forget. Like, now you make.
Can we go back to the comment about men not listening, such as my wife telling
to their wives?
Such as my wife telling me to sit down when I was sick last week, and yet I never did. And so it took me forever to get away. I'm still coughing. Let's do this. I'm gonna play these two, and then we coming right back. I'm playing these two because St. Louis was in the comments yesterday, and they was killing the game with it. Y'all know we got our friend CP the Genius. Y'all know he's like a new friend of ours. We just claiming it. And then Merv Hammond sent the video of his song "I'll Be Okay." Y'all know I love to play the song right about this time. So I'm gonna play them two songs right there. And then, and then we'll be right back. So here it is right here. CP the Genius. This is him live doing a garden performance of another song. This ain't Just Might, but it's another song. So if y'all don't know his face and y'all never seen him, then at least you get a chance to see him. I just found this morning. I was like, let's play it. So there it is right there. We'll play that. Then we'll do Merv Hammond. And we coming right back to round this show out about all y'all messy folks who be running y'all mouth and don't know what y'all talking about.
What's going on, y'all? This is CP the Genius. I'm at the Create Place, and this is my song, Imperfect. What am I to do? Sad to say it, but sometimes I fight the truth. I gotta do better about making time for you. I know you get fed up, baby, hearing all my excuses. And I make it hard to forget when I miss a date night or two. Just cause I'm locked in, working late nights in the stew. Justify it, saying I'm trying to make sacrifices for you. Having you crying inside, I'm fighting, picking the right thing to do. I gotta do better for you. I can be selfish, yes I love you, baby. I can't help it, that might drive you crazy. I'm imperfect, please don't give up on me. On me. I can be selfish, yes I love you, baby. I can't help it, that might drive you crazy. I'm imperfect, please don't give up on me. On me. All I wanna do, reassure you I belong to you. Make some changes so you know it's true. Treat you special like a brand new baby, just us two. Morning lovers, baby, we friends. No more swimming on the deep end. Make you breakfast on the weekend. I'ma love you till it's sinking. Don't know how I had you on the back burner. Don't know what I was thinking. Dropped the ball about 1,000 times now. Every shot I take, I'm sinking. But I don't wanna play no games. Only wanna say your name. Don't wanna play no more games. Only wanna say your name. I can be selfish, I love you, baby. I can't help it. That might drive you crazy. I'm imperfect. Please don't give up on me. On me. I can be selfish. Yes, I love you, baby. I can't help it. That might drive you crazy. I'm imperfect. Please don't give up on me.
You're a child of the King, and His love is supreme. Said He knows your days and He knows your nights. You were more than just a spy. It cannot be described how you feeling with pride when you choose to walk at His side and under His care you want to reside. I know, I know, I know. Sometimes this life will go after your smile. Try to pull that away from you, oh. But don't allow the pressure to make you forget who you are. Beloved, be encouraged. Beloved, we got a promise from heaven, so we're alright, we're okay, we're alright, we're okay. There is nothing that can keep us from the life that we have in Jesus. So we're alright, we're okay, we're alright, we'll be okay. Be encouraged.
You alright?
You okay?
And my lupus is acting up. So I'll be alright. I'll be okay.
I'm standing on your promises, you haven't failed me yet. You're not a man that you should lie, so I never fret. I'm so encouraged, you gave me courage, you comfort me. With the still small voice, you said you never leave. From that moment on, I knew everything was okay. Cause you conquered everything, even death in the grave. Now who am I that you should love me and have in my praise? When it comes to your ways, Lord, I'm so amazed. You remain the same, yet daily you're brand new. When I think about it, nothing compares to you. Not gold, diamonds, and pearls, Lord, I adore you. The Prince of Peace, remove the thief from this temple. You're the Lord and King of Kings upon the throne. I give you glory, and glory is God and God alone. Your love is unconditional, I gotta let the world know. Nothing can separate us, no matter where I go.
Beloved, we got a promise from heaven, so we're alright, we're okay, we're alright, we're okay. There is nothing that can keep us from the life that we have in Jesus. So we're alright, we're okay, we're alright, we'll be okay. Be encouraged, beloved, we got a promise from heaven, so we're alright, we're okay, we're alright, we're okay. There is nothing that can keep us from the life that we have in Jesus. So we're alright, we're okay, we're alright, we'll be okay. But there are times when I forget this and I give into pressure and I make mistakes. Tell me, what should I do? Sometimes it's a relapse. If you relapse, gotta retrack. If you retrack, it'll lead back to the King that'll bring peace back. With your peace back, you can think right. When you think right, you can see light. With the right sight, then your life's tight. Your Christ walk will be alright. Alright. Be encouraged, beloved. We got a promise.
Yo, this video is lit. Hey, I like this video.
We're okay.
Not the kids.
There is nothing from the life that we have in Jesus. So we're alright, we're okay, we're alright, we'll be okay. Be encouraged, beloved, we got a promise from heaven. So I'm alright, we're okay, we're alright, we're okay. And there is nothing that can keep us from the life that we have in Jesus. So we're alright, we're okay, we're alright. got a promise from heaven. So we're alright, we're okay, or a future that can keep me from every nothing that can promise us from the light that we have in Jesus. So we're alright, we're okay, we're alright, we'll be okay. Yes, we will. He said, oh yes, we will.
Hey, yo, that video is lit, bro. Oh, it ain't done yet. We gotta move. We'll play the rest of the video later. We'll play it later. I promise we will. Yeah. No, that's lit right there. Thank you for sending the video. Yeah. Thanks for sending the video. We play the song all the time, but it's nice to see a video with it. That was encouraging. I thought that for the sake of the conversation, this is the appropriate song to play in the background right here.
I'ma need you to say less.
Jamaica Lachey.
Never heard of it.
I thought that was Rich. You said something earlier. You said silence can be a weapon, and Jamaica says that in the song. She says, "Who knew silence was a weapon?" Sometimes silence is just a weapon.
That's true.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't have to say nothing. Just let them talk.
Yeah.
A fool will always make a fool of themselves at the end of the day. You don't have to help a fool be a fool. Just let them talk.
Yeah. That's real.
Yeah, I'm learning to really say less. You know what I mean? Just sometimes you gotta say less on here to make
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm not gonna come back and apologize either.
That part. Yeah, well, you know.
While you at it, just let the faith do the work, you know?
Yeah. No, that's real. That's real though. Yeah. Dang, I was trying to get to that line. I was trying to hurry, but I couldn't find the thing. I couldn't find the volume. I was trying to put the who knew silence was a weapon. She just said it. Oh well, I missed it, but just trust me. She said it, y'all. Trust me, she said it.
He said you missed the moment, right?
Oh no, I was trying to get to I couldn't get up to the volume thing quick enough to scroll it over.
Now, is the scripture that talks about silence as a weapon? Like, is that one of them for real?
You know what? I'll look it up.
I don't know. Chat GPT that mug. Speaking of Chat GPT, if y'all haven't heard the news yet, I destroyed my phone yesterday. So it still comes on, but it starts scrolling and stuff, and like the color is all messed up. It got a big line going down the middle of it. Like I can't press it and make it work properly. The back part of it is shattered. Like, yeah, I messed my phone. So I got to buy a new phone, y'all. I was not planning on spending that kind of money, but I got to get another phone. Yeah, but I needed to upgrade anyways. It was time to upgrade, but I just straight up, messed that up.
Rich, it didn't. This is what it says. Proverbs 17:28. It suggests that even fools can be considered wise when they keep silent, highlighting the value of restraint and thoughtful consideration before speaking. So the Bible says if even a fool can look wise if they can shut up, in other words. So yeah, fools shut up out there. Because there's a lot of fools.
Gotcha. Listen, I want to say
a lot
this,
of foolish
guys,
people out
off real quick. I want to say life is choice driven. You will live and die by the choices you choose to make. I got a hint for you. Choose life. I love y'all on today. I'ma just back out because they about to take off. But I wanted to be here to show how much I really show the dedication to this show. And I want to mean what I say with our words. Our words are powerful, but not only are your words powerful, your actions are even more powerful. So continue to make strides in this life. Just keep going forward, whether you loud and wrong. If you're wrong, learn how to get right and then continue to be loud in what you're doing. But if your words ain't loud, let your actions and your steps be even louder. All right? Talk to y'all next time. Peace.
Hey, we wish and pray safe travels for y'all and the family. Y'all enjoy yourself. Y'all have a good we wish them a good trip. Hopefully they have a good a good family time together, and we wish that's cool to be able to just
your auntie's comment to you was funny.
To get rid of my iPhone 6. I got a 12, thank you. I'm twice that. And Pastor Cynthia, Mama says, safe travels. Pastor Rich, praying for you guys. Yeah, that your family have a good blessed time. It's good. Families traveling together and having trips together and doing all that kind of stuff. That is priceless. That's priceless. Yeah, his mic was a little low because he was on the he was just on his phone today. He was on the airplane. They were getting on the
But
plane.
those are memories, right? Those are times that you can sit back and think about.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and not to be morbid, but those are times you think about, say you lose one of your loved ones or somebody passes away. Those are moments that you have that you can sit back and say, oh, I remember when we went to such and
Yeah.
such. We was in such and such.
I told y'all earlier when I first came on, I said, that when I was saying, spreading positivity, spreading light, spreading those, like, darkness and light aren't opposites. I mean, they're not opposites. That would mean they have equal power, but darkness is merely the absence of light, which means that we can sit up and talk about darkness all day, but until the light actually gets turned on, and since you are the light, then don't talk about the darkness. Go into the darkness, because the darkness dissipates when the light shows up. It's just the natural order of things, and Jesus calls you the light of the world.
I just thought about something, and we've probably seen it where you've been in. Think about it. You can be in a room full of drama and mess happening, right? People into it, and that's a dark moment, right? And the minute somebody said, "Let's pray," and you pray, the whole atmosphere of the room changes. That the light comes into the room and changes. It puts stuff back into perspective how it should be. So it's a powerful thing. Light is a powerful thing.
That's why no matter what, that's why no matter what we're talking about on this show, no matter how heavy it gets, because sometimes we have very serious shows, sometimes we have very silly shows. But one thing we always have is a prayer at the end of the show to make sure that is all, that we're still, hey, it's all blessings, it's all love, it's all light. We want people to spread that same thing. But like you just said, though, those good memories and things like that, those things are light. Those things are light that shine in people's lives and live legacies. Like I said earlier, my grandmother, my Aunt Marlene and my Aunt Marlene and my mama on here, and so their mother is their mother, my grandmother on that side, my maternal grandmother. When she passed away, both of their parents, my grandfather and my grandmother had two funerals each, Friday night and Saturday night. And so the Chicago funeral for my grandmother got long, like 4 hours long. And like the line for people who wanted to say something about her and the impact that she had on their life. And people were getting a little restless and anxious, and it was hot as I don't know what in there. It was, June in Chicago, mid-June Chicago. It was hot in there, and a lot of Negroes. Y'all know how we do. We attract heat. But when Pastor Michael Griffin got up there as people were getting restless, he said, if you don't want your funeral to be long, then don't do nothing for nobody. Don't be nice to nobody. Don't say nothing. That was the most comforting thing that I heard.
That's true.
The whole weekend.
I want when God forbid, when the time happens, I want that for mine.
Yeah,
I want people to be on Twitter talking about it. I want it to be
good memories.
People have so many things to say positive that it's like they all not fitting in this room. So put up a screen.
Yeah,
let people chat and put up there. Now, if you get some foolishness up there, block that.
No, but it's true. Like when you do light to people and stuff like that, when you spreading light to people and you doing that, people take that stuff and they remember it and they live off of something. Like you'll never know, something that you said to somebody just might be the one thing that makes somebody live. And I mean, I'm saying that as somebody who has gone through that route. Like there were things and people in my corner who were able to speak stuff to me, and just one little word here, one little word there that maybe you thought was insignificant, but I carried it. I've had people come to me and say stuff, and they'd be like, "Remember that time when you told me such and such?" I'd be like, "No." Like, I don't remember that. They were like, I carried that with me all the time. And I'd be like, I don't even remember saying it. But it's just, I mean, just
you.
I said that. Well, hey, go in grace then. If that kept you going, then but when you just live that way, man. And that's why that's why this topic of being loud, wrong, and messy, that's why to me it's such a big thing, because just on the, on one side of the coin, you can say something one time that to you may have been insignificant, but help somebody to live. Well, the other side of that coin is you can say something one time to somebody, and that might be the very thing that makes them want to give up. Like, so we got to watch what we say. Pastor Bill Ellis, he always say this: mind your presentation. Like, what is your presentation doing? How are you talking to people? What are you saying? What's coming out of your mouth? Like all of that. What's happening there? Look at Arvell. We got to shout out Arvell real quick, because Arvell, You talk about one of the best singers I've ever heard in my life. That's actually Josh's cousin, y'all. So
I meant to send you this clip of him singing. It's like a couple seconds. This dude is killer. I shared.
Arvell is a killer. He's
an amazing singer.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm gonna say this. This is why morning shout outs are one of my favorite segments of the show. Because when it's people that I know and I can like just tell folks like things that I love about those people, a funny story or something like that. When I be telling y'all go follow these people, subscribe to these people, I'm trying to spread some light to you, and I'm telling you some of the people who are light to me. Chris Michael, another one who's an amazing singer. This dude right here on the screen right here, Chris Michael. Amazing vocalist. Where's he from? Joliet, I want to say Joliet area, Aurora. We used to play with a band together. He used to sing, and I play the keys. We used to be in that band together, and but just one of the greatest vocalists. So those are two great vocalists. You should follow both of those, y'all. Yeah, like, but you know, like spreading that light because again, like you just, man, it's just. I think that's just important. You know, we can talk about the people who are loud, wrong, messy. We could talk about all that. They're doing too much. We could talk about that all day long. But is there anybody there? Is there anybody there who is able to calm the room, to just be a calming presence in the room, or to be a something that cuts through the nonsense?
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to cut through it? Like one thing that I'll just be honest. I pride myself on it, and you know, I'm learning to accept when people tell me this is something I do, because you know, y'all know me, and I'm trying to. We talked about this before. I'm trying to get past the whole, you know, humility thing where somebody gives you a compliment and, you know, I'm talking about y'all, talking about me. Somebody gives me a compliment and I'd be like, no, that's all, you know, all God. No. But one of the things I'm learning to pride myself on is when I go into a room, I try to be a light in the room. When I step in, I want to, you know, I want everybody to know that love just entered the room. Like, I don't care what's going on in this room. Before I got in here, love just stepped in. And so all the darkness that's here, it don't even matter to me because light just walked in the room. Love and light just walked into the room when I walk in. And I would hope that for all the lock stars, y'all be on that same page. You walk in the room. I'm gonna give you one cool example. Something that I do this I don't even just do this every Sunday. I do this even when we go to gigs and shows and stuff. But before the show starts, or even after it's done, or before church service starts, I'm usually there before mostly everybody else gets in. So as people are coming in, I'm loudly going around the sanctuary. And I mean loud, on purpose. Going around the sanctuary, giving hugs, talking, hey, mama, how you doing? I hope everything. Oh, man, look at you. You're looking good today. Oh, look at you with your pink on. Look at you with your, like, and I do that because that is infectious, man. That is contagious. Like when you start spreading that, before you know it, people get a smile on their face. Then they turn around to somebody else. They start talking with a smile, and that person. And before you know it, by the time I got the microphone in my hand and we ready to do praise and worship, everybody's already on a level that's already elevated. I don't got to stand there with the mic and try to work them up and then yell at them talking about how dare you sit on God and how dare you. I ain't got to do all that no more. I ain't even got to do that because I done already went around and used the light that was in me and spread that around. So regardless of what's going on, I spent that time talking to folks. Just even if it's only 10 seconds.
People like that. People think about it. When you know somebody who's cool or funny, everybody's looking for it when they're going to show up. Like I said, such come. Oh, they coming. Okay. And the whole room, when they walking around, like, hey, everybody lit up and excited and happy because they're there because of what they're bringing in the room.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
real quick. No, stay on that. Stay right there. But I got in case Arvell runs off. Arvell. Oh shoot. If you got an iPhone, because ain't no guarantees I'll be able to check this on my actual phone because I broke it yesterday. And I keep forgetting I got to buy a phone. I got busy yesterday and I stopped looking up a phone. I got to get a phone. So, but I can still check stuff on here. Arvell, hit me up. I got something I'm trying to do this month and I want your voice, I think, for this particular thing. I know we've been talking about this for a while, but I just been ripping and running. But I got to get this project done. Y'all keep telling me to get it done, but I got a song that I need you to be on for me. So hit me up today. I may not be able to hit you up because I don't have a phone. But you gotta have an iPhone though. Yeah, you gotta have an iPhone though. I don't think I can check. Yeah, I don't think I can check Androids. I mean, I can check it, but I'm trying to be I'm trying to be cautious using my phone because then it starts scrolling. Yesterday, like my Cash App.
He said I'm here now.
Perfect. Because yesterday I told you I dropped my phone. It was like the smallest drop. Why do that happen? Like
the hard drop, the little ones.
Yeah, I drop my phone 20 times a day. Nothing happened to it. But I dropped it this one time yesterday. Broke the fall. It fell probably about this far. Whole thing broke. Messed up. Yeah, Messenger works too. Yeah, that's cool. I just got to remember to check it.
Make sure you hit BH because I talked to her. And she was like, Dallas, BH. She was like, Zeke ain't called. So we calling me to do this.
Which BH?
Bree.
Oh, that BH. I thought you were talking about the other BH who used to do the radio show with us.
Oh, no.
Who is also in Texas, but she's in Houston, right?
Yeah. Who, Benika? Benika's in Arizona.
Oh, is she? I thought she was in Houston.
She's in the women's prison in Arizona.
Yeah, no, I got to hit up. Yeah, I got to hit up BH as well.
Yeah. Not the jail.
You said she's in a women's prison in Arizona. I just caught that.
So, Benika, we go send love and put something on your books. Commissary is coming.
I just caught that.
No, Benika not in jail for real. Everybody. She do live in Phoenix. She out there in the sun. And her son is doing great. Have you seen he get all those different trophies?
Yeah, he all got a little muscle on him, playing football, doing all that. Man, watching that boy grow up just.
I used to feel bad for him going home with that.
That boy had no choice but to be a good boy because his mama put that thing on him, boy. Yeah, he just graduated high school. Yeah.
And I remember something I ain't gonna say it here, but you remember what she said. You think you remember? Yeah, I'm like, I'm sitting there looking like, oh my God,
you can't tell that boy that. For those that don't know, me and Eric used to do this back in the day. We did it once a week. Matter of fact, Wednesday nights. That was our night. We were Wednesday night on Will Colquitt Station. We used to be on there. Shout out to him. That was a good fun time. But Benika was our third party host. She was our female correspondent on there. Me and Eric, me and Eric used to get on her nerves because y'all see how random we are together. Oh, look at the memories. Oh, every time I drive down 111th, I'd be thinking about that trip I used to take going through there.
That was Benika right when she was handing herself in off our warrant. That's when
we drove her to turn her in. We drove. If she ever sees it, she gonna cuss us clean out. This is why she used to get mad at us on the radio show every Wednesday because we would do stuff like this to her.
I used to make her so mad on there. I remember we caught pranked on the phone with her in the hallway. She would get mad. I remember that day though. The best time I got Benika is when she was sitting there. You know, she used to come in and sit on her end and she was down there on her phone mind her business. I was making all this noise for the show. She said, "What are you doing?" Like, "No, I'm just getting set up." And I took out that big old tower and that giant screen from that the desktop. I brought a whole desktop.
Yeah.
And I set it up with the mouse and all the stuff. And I was sitting there. She was like, "Why are you doing that?" So I'm like, "I need it." So you brought that to aggravate me. You did that to piss me off. Like, I'm going to use it. What's the Wi-Fi password? They're like, "Shit, it ain't going to work on no Wi-Fi." She was mad.
Woo, boy, there was some good days, man. We had some good time with that show.
And she got the video of Josh on there with me. Benika got it.
Really?
Josh was on there. I got him walked out. She got that video. So Benika,
I guess what would be maybe on some of those will be on maybe in
Yeah, I've seen
because I think it was you was live, right? Or LXW or something was live.
Somebody was live. Old page got deleted, but
gotcha.
All that stuff's in. But it's Benika has a few of the recordings. She sent me out. She said she watched it laugh. But those were good times. LXW radio was very good, and a lot of people listen every week.
She was the first person. She was the first person I ever saw with an iPad Pro.
She was there too.
Who?
Tiana. Remember?
Yeah, Tiana was there for a minute. Yeah. She would come through for a minute, and we had guest hosts and things like that. But she was the first person. Benika was the first person I ever saw with an iPad Pro. I remember she pulled that thing out, and we was like, "Dang, why your iPad so big?" Here she is with this great piece of equipment, and we just started talking about her. Oh, look at that! Tiana was the only person that can keep us together because Benika tried, and we just
ran over.
We just ran over her.
Wow. Pause.
Right, I can't say. I was about to say ran through her, but that's not. that means something else. That's not what we
We
did.
had a lot of people come on the show, but you know what? This is just like that, where we were open, and had people, it was just, what was it? We were just through different networks, so where it was able to push it out. Really,
because that was actual radio situation. So that was, a different setup. But that's why when I said I was going to do this, because me and Eric had been talking about doing a podcast and all that for a while. We just never jumped on it. We've been talking for maybe like the last 9 months, maybe before we started this, we had been talking about doing a podcast, and we just, schedule's busy and just doing stuff and trying to set it up and figure out. And then I was like, I'm going to just start going live every morning. Eric was literally the first person I called. Like, you was the first person I called. I was like, so I'm going to go live every morning. You don't have to get on with me every morning if you can't, but you got to come on at least sometimes, man. We got to pick. And Eric been here every day since for the last 3 months. So I owe you appreciation for that, Who's that? Bonica?
Yep.
That's my sister. I'm gonna tell you this too. Bonica, we and her went to I think I told this story last week actually.
Went to see that movie.
Yeah, we went to go see was it Birth of a Nation together. And when I say we walked out of there, because I was going to the movies, I just put it out there. Anybody want to go to the movies? Bonica was like, I was thinking about going to the movies. So we just went together. It was just the two of us. We went to see Birth of a Nation. We walked out of there. I was so pissed off. Like, everything that was white.
And Bonica's borderline racist anyway. So it worked. We got to have her come on here.
I know. We need to have like an old school day like that, man.
Tiana,
it's been 3 months already.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been 3 months already. We've been Zeke Live in the morning since March.
Where's Will? Yeah.
I don't know. I saw him recently
Deacon Rob, wherever you are, find Will. We know you can find him. Deacon Rob, find Will.
Will knows everybody. Like, yeah.
Will was hilarious too. Will used to be so nervous. What do y'all talk about? Don't worry about it.
We never had a topic. Like, I need y'all to understand this. All y'all lock stars, I need y'all to understand the fact that we have any topic at all, any day. I just need y'all to understand this. Me and Eric never need a topic. We just turn it on. We never had a topic. We would just.
But we had a disclaimer too, though. On that,
we
on the
let
Christian
people know.
Station gave us that disclaimer. The views of this show, because you don't know what's gonna come out, and we was having a lot of viewers, 30,000 people, 8,000.
Yeah. We
was the top show on that show.
We was the top show on his network. Yeah, we was the top show on his radio station.
And it's about to be the same over here. Oh, we were the best one.
Yeah,
and people loved it.
But it was just random. It was like so random. Like when I say random, I mean the show I think started at 7:30, and I would be walking in at like 7:28.
Oh no, we just sat on there, ate chicken on there, and ate food on there. On the open.
Right, we ordered food, eating food together. We was just
people was bad.
We was some niggas. So like, yeah, we go like we was some niggas. Like we was
all the time. All that eating up. Like, hey, we here now. And then. The thing was, it was very unfiltered to me. We said what we wanted to say on there.
Yeah.
But then it was even worse. I think back then it was a little worse.
Yeah. Now you got to be careful. You didn't have to be as careful back then. Now we got to be careful with stuff we say. Rub people the wrong way, and they will shut your whole life down.
You know what? In that cancel culture thing, people are so afraid of. I've never been afraid of it because you can't cancel me. I'm going to still say what I got to say. I'm uncontrollable. Always will be.
Yeah. Well, we had a good conversation today, I think. I think that,
we here.
If I had to round it all out, I would tell people, if you loud and if you wrong and if you a gossiper and you messy, just check yourself. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to close with that. Just check yourself. Just, get your research in before you go and say something. Get the whole story. There's always at least 3 sides to the story. There's always at least 3 sides. My side, your side, and then there's the truth. So, there's always at least 3 sides.
Well, you got to add the gospels in there, and their side, which is always wrong.
Their side is always wrong.
Always.
And the danger is it always got a little bit of truth. Something that you can go back and they can say, see, he must be right because he was right about this. So he right
they'll
about it.
They'll build the whole thing off of one little instance. And they'll build an entire building off of that.
Yeah, like you said, nobody wants to be that guy. Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy.
Guy.
I've never wanted to be that guy in any situation. And Jason was talking about that. We were out to eat the other. We were sitting there, and the guy that was sitting back there. You remember what Rhonda remember? Whatever he had going to the bathroom, he was Remember the guy that was?
Oh yeah, the guy who
Jason was like
his
that guy. He's like, see that guy said, yeah, Jason. We gotta get Jason on here.
Yeah, we definitely get Jason on here.
Talk about that.
I gotta call him again and be like, yo, send me some music, Jason, because y'all need to hear Jason. Jason's arrangements are amazing to me. I don't care what nobody else say. I love him.
And also, everybody that's watching, before we close out, we're about to move into another phase of the show. Zeke mentioned a few weeks back, we're going to get into it, where we're going to start having some of your favorite performers on, and we're going to come on live with a mini studio audience in a location we can't tell you yet, but it's going to be dope. We got some stuff coming up that's about to be really, 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 really extremely good.
Yeah. And then let me just address this too. We do still have our kickback because we crossed the 100 mark.
Yeah.
So we were going. So I don't know. Can I say what was going to happen last Friday? Yeah. Okay. So he was supposed to come. It didn't happen. We were going to do a kickback alongside that, and then that didn't happen. It was like, well, we could still do it, and it was like, it might be too last minute notice at this point. It was so we just didn't end up doing it. But that's still going to happen because I promised it was going to happen. But now I'm working on something else. So when I announce it, we'll give you enough time to be able to get there. Now you got to be in the Chicago area. I keep saying that, but that is going to happen because we got to celebrate. But here's the other side. I was just telling, I might have been on the phone with you too, E. You might have been on here too. I was saying, I don't want to just celebrate just the fact that we crossed 100. I want to celebrate other people's accomplishments too. So if you got any accomplishments that you made, like, Jamaica, you got a big thing you working on right now. We do got to get you on the show to talk about that. Eric got some big stuff that he's working on right now. Rich is doing an amazing thing right now. So Rhonda had some big news that she shared that's going on. Like, we got people with Pastor Bill and them just wrote a book. It's some big things that's happening, man. And so I want to celebrate more than just 100 subscribers. I want to celebrate everybody's accomplishments. I want to celebrate all the Lock stars because we all in this together. So that announcement is going to be coming up soon. We're going to do that. I'm going to tie it with a
here at one time.
Huh?
How many people can you get on StreamYard at one time?
I can have up to 10 on the screen, I think.
The reason I said that, that'll be funny.
8 or 10.
That'll be funny one day. We bring back some new X or LX people and bring them on live to talk about them days and those situations and stuff on here with us.
Yeah, so they can validate that we ain't lying when we tell stories like one time I was singing and a drunk dude walked to the
front of the stage. We was was it Riverdale?
Everywhere. I can think about 4 places where it happened. Waukegan, a couple times in Chicago, once in Robbins, time in the Robbins one was wild. Because remember that one dude like on the security team or whatever drove past us on their cart in the middle of the song, and I just was like, y'all just gonna drive past the front of the across the middle of my set.
People that think we was lying about the throwing me and Smith grabbing Josh in the church because he said he was sick. All the people that think the attacking the man in the parking lot because he had the money. All the stuff we didn't talk about didn't happen. There's been a lot of stuff. The old lady attacking Zeke. All of that stuff.
Yeah. Or that time we pulled up to the back of the darkest alley in the world on the side of the road in Florida to change drivers. It was like,
wasn't we somewhere in Kentucky?
No. That was like deep. That was either deep Georgia or we was in Georgia. We was in Georgia because it was enough time where they needed to change drivers. And Jacksonville is far enough north that was
right.
Like was Smith and Fred was switching out. They were switching out
because when we went to
Smith pulled us up to the darkest alley in the world.
It was that trip. Because when we went to Virginia, I drove straight the whole ride to Virginia.
Oh yeah, was that the trip where you and Tiana went to get the 15-passenger van that we had reserved, and then they didn't have it, and we had to leave like within the next? So we waited. Y'all tried to wait, and it was like, no, we got to leave now because the trip was timed out. We were already 2 hours back. They gave us two. No, they gave us one. They tried to give us 2 vans. We was like, we can't take 2 vans. We ain't got 2 drivers to drive them. So we all packed into that little.
And drove, and I remember we left. We met at somebody's apartment building, wasn't it?
It was at Tiana's sister's apartment, Stacey's apartment.
I remember I got behind him and I drove straight to I didn't stop driving until we got to Six Flags. And
bro, I remember we was out there. That was either Virginia or North Carolina. No, that was the North Carolina trip, I think.
Was it? Was it?
Yeah. Because I remember going to the mall with that one chick that was following us around. That was North Carolina. Yeah, because we had the van for that one. And then plus, after that trip, I went to Connecticut. So y'all was able to all have a seat after that because it was one person that had to sit on the floor and they kept switching out. Yeah.
You know, and who was that? Who was that lady that was fun? I forgot all that she existed.
I don't know. We thought that you knew her.
I had no clue that one was. She started talking, and she was everywhere we went. She was at the show that night.
Yeah. She was like a media person, photographer or something. I don't know. But then we went to the mall because I needed to get a shirt. I needed to get a white shirt. And so we went to the mall, and she came with us, and we were just like, we just thought she was friends with you, and
I never met her in my life.
Yeah, that was crazy work. Yeah. So, anyways, those are fun times. Let's get up off this mug so I can go act like I got a real job. Like this job ain't paying me yet, so I got to go to the one that actually gives me income and see about this community. Let me let you do your thing, Eric. Go ahead and give the people your. Oh wow.
There we go. Wow, it hit right there. All right, I'm ready.
Go ahead and give the people your words, man.
So what's up, everybody? Again, thank y'all for joining. Hey, honestly, man, thank y'all for your prayers yesterday. God worked that situation out. Hey, mind your business. It's the whole point of this thing. And don't let somebody get you off or you off track with gossip and mess. You know, you got enough to worry about. God gave you plenty to do to worry about for yourself. So do that. Share, like, subscribe, as we always say every day. Do all those good things and share it with this, with somebody. Hey man, you know what? Want a friend, send them this, share it. Say, hey, y'all take these guys out in the morning. All right. And like I say every day, remember that God loves you. Yes, you and Jesus, the Son of God, gave all he had for you. So give all that you have in you for him. We love y'all. And wait, what's tomorrow? Thursday?
Thursday.
We'll be here tomorrow. I don't know why I'm thinking today is Friday. And anesthesia messed me up. All right, see y'all tomorrow. That's it. I'm handing it over to Z.
Yeah, yesterday I spent the whole morning thinking it was Wednesday, so I was thrown off the whole episode. Like, oh yeah. Let me throw this back in y'all's face just one more time this Saturday for the fellas. If y'all ain't got nothing going on, come on out here and be a part of this. This is Men's Table Talk and a brunch. It's absolutely free to you, but we ask that you please do register because we do have a limited number of people we can have there. Now, if you show up and you ain't registered and we still got a couple seats, you can come on in. You can have some food. But preference is obviously going to be given to the people who registered because they registered and we were able to count them. So please, that's this Saturday at APC Morgan Park from 10:30 to 12. The doors do open at 10 o'clock. So I'm going to just say from 10 to 12 because y'all know how we do. So there you have it right there. Come on out. It's for the men, for the fellas, ladies. Y'all, I'm sorry, we love y'all, but this one ain't for y'all. This one is just for the bros so we can talk about some stuff. It's pre-Father's Day. So, there's that right there. And then I'm going to throw this out there for y'all as well, that tomorrow we are going to be on here, and I've got a special episode lined up for tomorrow. Actually, I asked a friend and coworker of mine to come on, and so y'all can hear from his perspective what it's like getting out of jail. He asked me to, I said I was going to prep, I was going to prep the audience a little bit. Tomorrow, he's going to come on and talk about the experience of what it's like getting out of jail, getting back into society, what it's like still paying a debt to society after you've already paid your debt to society. Some stuff like we was talking about a thing yesterday that he got to do, and I'll let him tell this story, but got to do some classes for something that he don't even got an issue with. He like, I feel disrespectful even walking into this particular class. Like yeah, but because it was involved in a thing from 30 years ago, he still got to do it.
Like we said before, though. When do people get forgiven for their mistake?
Yeah,
just paying for something that's crazy.
Yeah.
Man, I will definitely be looking forward to that tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. So he'll be on tomorrow, and that's going to be a good conversation. And I will say this much. He said, it's about his time in prison. So he said, we can ask questions. We can do all of that. You know how to ask respectful questions and do all that. But he said he open to the conversation. And, y'all know my disclaimer. If I ever ask or say anything that you ain't ready to talk about, just let us know, and the Lock Stars understand that. So he'll be on with us tomorrow. That's Marvin Treadwell. He'll be here tomorrow for that conversation. It's going to be a good one. So if you know anybody, and I'm saying that out for real, if y'all know anybody who has paid their debt to society or somebody who has been out or whatever, like that. Like Brony Cat just said, but yeah, restorative justice needs some fixing.
It
Because this
does.
man is doing good work out here and still got to check in, still got to do all kind of stuff. Like, so, you know, that conversation, if you know anybody who could benefit from that conversation, trust me when I say you want to hear that. That's the work that we do at Live Free Illinois. That's the work that we do with our decarceration fellowship. That's the work that Live Free does with ending permanent punishments, with a clean slate initiative, which just got some stuff passed. Like, so that's what we talking about tomorrow. If you know anybody who will benefit from that conversation, it could be your son, could be your nephew, could be your boyfriend, could be your friend. Could, and it's not always, you know, and I'm saying that with a bunch of guys because it does impact dudes, but females are caught up in that too. It's women too. So if you know anybody who will benefit from that conversation and who could add to that conversation, please share tomorrow's episode with them and live in the moment, because we want to we all about restoration over here. It's all about restoration around these parts. So that's what we
be good.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's be good. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. I got a work meeting.
Go ahead, do your thing. Hey, y'all give it up for Eric right out. And y'all, thank y'all so much to Rich Holmes. We wish him well. Let me say a real quick prayer for everybody before we get up off of here. Lord, we thank you so much for these people, these lock stars who gathered. I pray that you bless them each, Father. Thank you so much that all of them are well. Thank you so much that all of them, even the ones that aren't well, Lord, make it well. We trust it. We believe it. All of the ones, Lord God, all of these amazing anointed folks, we pray, Lord, that you continue to work through that. Bless these people, use them for your glory. Give them we pray benefits over their life, Lord God, even on today. We pray for them as they go to work, as they go to school, as they deal with their families. Bless all of that, Father God. Give them your peace, your grace, your love. We appreciate you. We love you. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. In the words of Pastor Rich Holmes, life is choice driven. He did say it. Life is choice driven. You'll live and die by the choices you choose to make. I got a hint for you. Choose life. All right, y'all. I guess my prayer must have went to heaven because Miss Ursula Ellis said amen. There you go. And shout out to the mamas of the show, Mama Pastor Cynthia Cohen. Mama Cohen, she said, great podcast today as usual. Glad you were doing well. Eric didn't get a chance to leave a message on yesterday, so may God be with you all. And when the mamas say stuff like that, you know it must have been good. Look at me and Rhonda. Me and Rhonda gonna steal Richard's lines. Life is choice driven. All right, y'all. I love y'all. And I guess we will see y'all tomorrow morning. Share the podcast. We love y'all. Peace out.